ti Sunday Igboho ṣá ọmọ Igboho mọ̀lẹ́ nínú alágbàdo òde ọmọ atapẹ̀tẹ̀ wọnú omi ọmọ ìdèdè wọlé sọ̀yà ìsọ̀yà rẹ̀ràn bàbá yín láyìn yìí omi kò ní náà kán sí yín lẹ́nu ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta òkè Igboho ìkan ṣe ní dágbàdàbọ̀ ìkan ní mọ́ rọra ìkan tó kù nígbà tí wọ́n mọ̀ Igboho mọ̀lẹ́ kí ló dé Igboho mọ̀lẹ́ sí ọmọ òpópó sọ́ràn ìgbàgede Igboho sùn wọn lálàyé sí bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn ní kò ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀sìn òní bímọ méjì ní Igboho mọ̀lẹ́ bẹ́sẹ̀ bá bímọ méjì ní Igboho á ti kàn pọ̀pọ̀ sí amúkan yòókù bọ̀ sọ̀yà àtúnyẹ̀yà rẹ̀ tí ò lọ ọgbọ́ àfiṣẹ́rú wáyé gbàràmbòye ọmọ onílé ọ̀la àwọn àjòjì tó ń ṣe ṣèṣèṣe tọ́láwọn oníbomi kó sí mu wọ́n láwọn oníbomi sọ̀yà wẹ̀sẹ̀ ìgbà tójú kòmìnrin kọ́ gbogbo wọn náà sáré bomi kó sí mu wọ́n sì bomi sọ̀yà wẹ̀sẹ̀ ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan tẹ̀ ọ̀kan tó kù ní gbogbo ayé ní lọ́sọ̀ bíi gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá Sunday Igboho onílé rẹ̀ láéláé torí àbálásán nìkan dá òkúta òṣègbè fún wọn o ìmọ̀ràn lásán ni ti balùwẹ̀ kò kọ́ sí gbogbo dòdò láyé ń bí ó kú díẹ̀ tí tọ́ domi láéláé tọ́ nílé domi Sunday Igboho arógun máti tó ń jà fẹ́tọ̀ Yorùbá ní tilé tó kó.
Ìgbà òtítí dé ọmọ Oòduà. Àsìkò títí dé ọmọ Oòduà. Kò tẹ̀lé àbẹ̀yàmọ́ ọmọ Oòduà. Kò tẹ̀lé àbẹ̀yàmọ́ ọmọ Oòduà. Àsìkò tí tó àsìkò tí tó láti rárá wà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba pòsìsì. Àsìkò tí tó ọmọ Oòduà. Àsìkò tí tó ọmọ Oòduà. Kò tẹ́lẹ̀ sìmẹ́ntì mọ́ ọmọ Oòduà. Àbẹ̀lẹ̀ àbẹ̀yàmọ́ ọmọ Oòduà. Àsìkò tí tó àsìkò tí tó láti rárá wà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba pòsìsì. Ọmọ Oòduà Republic. Asọwasọmọ asọwasalafia àgbàlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àfẹ́lẹ́ àbẹ̀yàmọ́ àfẹ́lẹ́ sìmẹ́ntìmọ́ àwọn ìjọba wa ara wọn nìkan lọ́jà fún ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbé Republic láwùjẹ Oòduà Republic ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbé lárugẹ ó lè san wá sọ́wọ́ ó lè san wá sọ́mọ. Asọwasalafia àgbàlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àní àsìkò yìí ti tó ọmọ Oòduà. Àsìkò yìí ti tó sẹ́ ọmọ Oòduà. Àbẹ̀lẹ̀ àbẹ̀yàmọ́ ọmọ Oòduà. Àbẹ̀lẹ̀ àbẹ̀yàmọ́ ọmọ Oòduà. Àsìkò tí tó àsìkò tí tó láti rárá wà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba pòsìsì. Ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró lọ́wọ́ àwọn gbogbo àgbàgbà Yorùbá látòrí emeritus professor Bánjí Akíntóyè comrade mi ń kọ́ Victor Taiwo olóyè Sunday Igboho ẹ bá mi tọ́jú bàbá tèmi ààrẹ Gani Adams àti gbogbo Yorùbá akíkanjú ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà lókè òkun látòrí Mr. Adékúnlé Adépọ̀jù àní ìgbà ọtí dé ọmọ Oòduà ìgbà ọtí dé ọmọ Oòduà àmẹ́yàmẹ́yàmọ́ ọmọ Oòduà àmẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀mọ́ ọmọ Oòduà àsìkò ìṣòro láti gbà wá lọ́wọ́ ìjọba ẹ ń gbogbo Oòduà Republic tó náwó ẹ̀ sókè ẹni tó fẹ́ Oòduà Republic ẹni tó fẹ́ Oòduà Republic ó náwó ẹ̀ sókè èmi náwó. Oòduà ó náwó ẹ̀ sókè èmi náwó. ẹni tó bá Oòduà Republic ó náwó ẹ̀ sókè èmi náwó.
No going back. Igboho òòṣà iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tẹ̀síwájú. Mr. Koiki ẹ ṣé o, àwọn ọmọ mi ló kí yìí o. Àwọn ọmọ mi ló kí yìí o. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, a máa dé rèé o lórúkọ Jésù. Yorùbá nation.
Europe as the antithesis of civilization, the heart of darkness, in the words of a certain Joseph Conrad. Centuries later, Africa remains ignored. It makes news for its conflicts, poverty, and exoticism. For the longest time, the world saw it as a lost cause. Then one country saw opportunity, and thus began a new race for Africa, not very different from the scramble of the 19th century when colonial Britain and France wanted raw materials, slaves, and geopolitical influence. Now, in the 21st century, global powers are in more or less the same race. China, the United States, India, the European Union, Japan, Israel, Canada, all of these countries are in the race for Africa. And one country is emerging as the clear winner. Hello and welcome to Gravitas Plus. I'm Palki Sharma Upadhyay, and this is Africa, a continent of 54 sovereign states, 17% of the world's population, 9.6% of the global oil output, 90% of the world's platinum supply, 90% of the world's cobalt supply, half of the world's gold supply, 2/3 of the world's manganese, 35% of the world's uranium, 75% of the world's coltan, and 54 votes in the United Nations General Assembly. This is what makes Africa so attractive and makes the continent a battleground for global powers. There are numerous fronts: investment and infrastructure, military power, diplomacy, soft power, trade, geopolitics. Every country has its own interest in Africa. In 2016, Israel began its scramble for the continent. Benjamin Netanyahu became the first Israeli prime minister to visit Africa in 50 years. What did he want? Votes in favor of Israel and against Palestine in the United Nations resolutions. Africa and Israel share similar histories, he said. Israel went on to sponsor solar, water, and agricultural technologies. In the same year, 2016, Senegal co-sponsored a UN resolution. It condemned the construction of illegal Jewish settlements in the West Bank. What did Israel do? It cancelled the Mashav drip irrigation project. And this is just one example. Here's another one. The European Union has pledged more than $54 billion in sustainable investment for Africa. What does the EU want? Access to the African market of 1.3 billion people. Brussels has negotiated free trade agreements with at least 40 African countries. But does this ensure a balanced two-way trade? It doesn't. And no country has a bigger interest in Africa than China. China is funding 1 in 5 infrastructure projects in Africa. It is building every third one. Africa has an infrastructure deficit, and China has a signed checkbook. Starting 2005, China has invested at least $2 trillion in Africa. It built 6,200 kilometers of railways, including the continent's longest railway line connecting Ethiopia and Djibouti. Beijing has also built the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa. What does China get in return? A lot. Geopolitical influence to start with. Beijing is selling its culture, its currency. In Guinea-Bissau, exit signs are written in Mandarin. China has established at least 50 Confucius institutes across 33 countries. Several African countries use Chinese currency. China also gets a strategic overseas base. In 2017, China built its first overseas base at the Horn of Africa, Djibouti to be specific. Djibouti connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Indian Ocean via the Suez Canal. The base has the capacity to accommodate 10,000 troops. China also gets a market to dump its goods. China is Africa's largest trading partner. Chinese trade has increased 40-fold in the last 2 decades. At least 10,000 Chinese firms operate in Africa. This is according to a McKinsey study. Africa has resources and China has access. Did you know that a third of China's investments in Africa are in the mining sector? And finally, it gets to debt trap Africa. But here's the thing. China is not the only country investing in this continent. It's not even the biggest. The United States is Africa's largest investor. It accounts for $54 billion of FDI stock. There are 600 American companies operating in South Africa alone. And this, even after the US president called Africa this. For the longest time, Africa was nothing but a war zone for Washington. It has over 7,000 troops deployed in the continent. They are spread across some 13 African countries, including Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Chad, Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, South Sudan, Somalia, and Tunisia. For the US, Africa was a continent for counter-terrorism operations. What happened then? Why is the US suddenly interested in Africa? The answer is this. For the US, Africa is now a new front to take on China, and Washington is now fighting it out for power and influence. An article on the US State Department website reads, and I quote, "Africa is the continent of the future. Thus, we need to make the most of its potential. By 2050, its population will more than double to 2.2 billion people, with over 60% under the age of 25. Where is Africa's interest in all of this? Also, what about India? What role does India play in this continent? New Delhi's ties with Africa date back to the time of Mahatma Gandhi. India was part of the Bandung Project of 1955. New Delhi supported Africa's anti-colonial struggles. It supported the liberalization movements in Ghana, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Angola, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau. India also raised the issue of racism in South Africa. It will be unfair to say, though, that India's newfound interest in Africa has nothing to do with China. In 2018, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi toured key African states just ahead of Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit. In 2018, India decided to open 18 new embassies in Africa. India has defense partnerships with Zambia, Nigeria, Ghana, Ethiopia, Botswana, Uganda, Mozambique, and Namibia. New Delhi is currently training African military. Indian company Airtel is a dominant telecom firm in Africa. New Delhi is offering 50,000 scholarships to African students. Despite everything, India is far behind China in the race for Africa. China's Belt and Road Initiative has sealed its hold on Africa. If in the 1900s Africa was colonized with force, in 2020 it is being trapped by loans. China accounts for 14% of sub-Saharan debt. In Kenya, the volume of Chinese loans is 6 times that of France, which is the country's second largest creditor. And Sri Lanka can tell you what happens when Chinese loans are not repaid. China is looking to capture Africa. It has a strong diaspora, it is spending big money, it is selling its movies, culture and currency. China extracts raw materials, it manufactures products with them and sells them back to this continent. Does this remind you of something? What did the British do in India? In the 19th century, the rivalry between Britain and France fueled Africa's colonization. In the 21st century, the trade war between the United States and China is hastening the same. Just like the 19th century, there are numerous countries in the scramble for Africa. And just like the 19th century, there is nothing in it for Africa.
Gravitas Plus, co-presented by Skoda. Simply clever.
mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ má bínú mo ṣe realize pé audio mi ò jáde ẹ má bínú the sound is back now and I realize that just about a few minutes ago. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá tó bá nínú ètò tí a ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí. A very good afternoon and welcome to the program. I've realized that the audio was off for about a few minutes while I was just greeting everybody. The audio is back now. There's nothing for us to be worried about. But let's listen to this while I come back into the program. Mo kí Atobimilomo, mo kí bàbá wa Professor Adebanji Akintoye, mo kí CSI, mo kí bàbá wa Wálé Adéníran, mo kí gbogbo platform pátápátá, àkí bàbá wa Ìbà Gani Adams, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n àbúrò. Happy Sunday, and let's start with this again.
Thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this would help us to have a conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought four, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western Region. The second one, and I quote, it is true that politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation, and the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This is accredited to Sir Ahmadu Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. They thought, and I quote, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. But the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only the British intention for the country. This is thinking about.
There might be no once again, the audio is back. I normally mute the sound because of the audio or the video that we play so that there's no kind of interruption amongst it, but the audio is back now and we should be good. Who benefit from Nigeria? Who benefit from Nigeria? Who benefit from Nigeria? Don't benefit gone from Nigeria. The reason why I didn't realize earlier was because I was not looking up, because I realized by my date and the time was not in the broadcast. So I was actually focused into the OBS. If not, I would have picked up that the sound was not on. But the sound is on. I can see the comments and everything that is going around my broadcast. If you're not getting the sound, you might have to refresh the broadcast, and that will give you the sound back. Once again, apology for that. That's the difference if you're running a one-man program like this compared to all these big international platforms that have the sound engineer that deals with that, the sound engineer that works behind the scene. But since I am the one running everything, we want to make sure that we bring you at least information that at least you are local, Nigeria. And we don't want interference. If I'm playing a video and my mic is on, there will be interference in the sound of the video. So that's why I sometimes mute it. But there's nothing for us to be concerned. We're back. The sound is good. It's more than loud enough. The broadcast is smooth, and we go straight into the conversation again. The question I'm asking is, Nigeria is a gain for the Western world. What is in Nigeria to celebrate? They are actually celebrating the Nigerian Armed Force Day today. What is in it to gain in Nigeria? Tani Nigeria wà fún gangan. Tani Nigeria wà fún. I mean, everybody is called a Nigerian. Whether you are an Igbo person, whether you are a Ibibira person, Kanuri, whether you are from the northern part of the country, beyond the south part, Lotiwani, Nigeria as a whole, today, 15th, Sunday, Tani Nigeria wà fún, and who gains from Nigeria? Ta ló ń benefit lára Nigeria? Ṣé ọmọ Nigeria ló ń benefit ní àbáràta? I was listening this morning, well, not listening, I was reading some tweets from a particular Twitter. How many of us have opened our Twitter account? It's not benefiting to me. It's for the benefit of every one of us. So, maybe there's a kind of a monetary aspect because that's the way we think. Not all of us, but because we have lived in a mental situation like Nigeria, so poverty ti ba brain wa jẹ́, including myself. And everybody now realize that any little thing, Twitter fún, benefit kan wà níbẹ̀. Tani ó ti ṣí Twitter account ẹ̀, tani kò tí ṣí. Let me take you through a bit of how you can open a Twitter account for the benefit of those that have not done so. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the live program. If you have not opened your Twitter account, the steps, Temafishi account here, and I appreciate those that have been doing that. Benefit me is for the benefit of the Yoruba people. The Biafras are already on the eye mark on Twitter, and we cannot beat them, but we can at least be part of it if it is not too late. So, Lara Sheta and Shenibi by lójoojúmọ́, òun ni ká máa encourage gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé ẹ lọ open Twitter account if you have not done so. I will take you through the steps and I'll also play the video. And when we finish that, ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ fi sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ó wà lọ sínú Twitter níbi tí mo ti rí tweet kan tó ń bọ̀ láti United Arab Emirates bó ṣe ń maltreat àwọn Nigerians tó wà níbẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àti rí fídíò àwọn kan tí wọ́n ń kó sínú bus tí wọ́n ní kó máa kúrò ní Dubai, whether they are just criminals or bóyá for whatever reason Dubai feel pé it is not comfortable anymore to have Nigerians in Dubai. Actually, láwọn tó ń gbé níbẹ̀, but a lot of complaints is coming out from Dubai that one evacuates in Nigeria. But ṣé Dubai ń jẹ lára Nigeria is the question. Ta ló ń benefit lára Nigeria? An average Nigerian wants to come to UK, maybe to work, study, but it's always difficult to get the visa. But does that same apply to a British citizen that wants to come to Nigeria is the question. So if you have not had a Twitter before, the first thing you need to do is you need to go to the website of Twitter. You can download the apps on your iOS and likewise on your Android. Tẹ́ bá ti débẹ̀, tẹ́ bá ti download ẹ̀ lórí iOS ni àwọn tó ń lo iPhone, irú àwa tá like iPhone báyìí. Android, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń lo Chinese phone, Android ló máa classify ẹ̀ sí, àbáwọn tó ń lo Samsung and all these other phones. Then when you go there, the step 1 says, go to twitter.com fẹ́ni tó fi lo tablet àbẹ́ni tó ní laptop nílé. And then you click sign up. So, for example, if I go to this page now, torí mi ti register tẹ́lẹ̀, so there is probability ó lè má fi gbé lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ because èmi ti wà registered. So but ẹni tó ti register tẹ́lẹ̀, it will be easy for you because it will just take you through. Where are we now? Yeah. Ẹ lọ sí twitter.com/sign up. The step 2, click lórí sign up button. Àmọ́ àwòrán ẹ̀ náà just about less than 3 minutes before we go into our program this Sunday. Kí láǹfààní Twitter is also part of the tools tí a lè fi sọ fún the international community our plight, our reason tá fi lọ torí pé ọmọlúàbí ni wá. Àdẹ̀ni tí a fi bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì jà yàtọ̀ sí guerrilla warfare tí a fi ń fi media bá wọn jà. Kódà mo gbọ́ lẹ́nu Wike, màá play video yẹn fún yín later. Wike is the current governor of Rivers State and he used a phrase during an interview by the BBC Pidgin tí yàn kan sent sí mi lánàá. Nígbà tó ń bí pé ta ló máa support, ìmákọ̀ yàbàrà púpọ̀, ó mention guerrilla warfare. But ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yóò mọ meaning guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla warfare la máa fi bá federal government jà. And part of that is koikimedia, using my media to educate and enlighten you by telling you now to go and open a Twitter. ní tí government ní, because Nigerian government is spending 129 billion naira lórí military whatever, whether it is true or false, whether the money has been stolen, whether it's corruption. But àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí à ń gbọ́ Yorùbá nation lójoojúmọ́, a ní guerrilla warfare which is Twitter láti fi bá government jà. Gbogbo ohun tó máa disgrace Nàìjíríà la gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ní lọ́wọ́. Nígbà tí a níbọn, a ní bullet, a ní gbogbo ohun tí government ní, but a ní Twitter. So kí ló wá fún wa ní concern láti lọ register fún Twitter? Òun ni mo ti understand. Tá bá ṣí phone line, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín gbogbo nǹkan lẹ máa ń ní sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ lè ṣe any advice, but a ní kẹ́ lọ register sí Twitter, ẹ refuse, ẹ fẹ́ register fún Twitter, ẹ mọ̀ pé lára arsenal wa tá máa fi bá government jà ní Twitter, ẹ mọ̀ pé lára bullet tí a máa lò fi bá government jà ní Twitter, nítorí pé the government cannot control the kind of information tá máa hashtag tá dẹ̀ máa attach information mọ́. Tẹ́ bá ti wá lọ sórí twitter.com/sign up, step 2 ni pé ẹ click lórí sign up button. Then step 3, ẹ lè lórúkọ tẹ́ ń lò náà lára YouTube yín àbí Facebook yín. As an example, ẹni tó ń lo school player lórí YouTube, àwọn náà lè sọ pé school player làwọn fẹ́ máa jẹ́. That's tíyàn kan báyìí tí lórí orúkọ yẹn rí. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ti lórí, wá fún yín ní option tí ẹ lè fi ṣe orúkọ míì. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí irú ìyá wa Lára Ọlábọ̀dé, àwọn náà lè lórúkọ wọn kọ́ wá lórúkọ míì bí àbí asterisk àbí one. It is important that every single sons and daughters of Yoruba must register for Twitter. It's part of our guerrilla warfare with the federal government of Nigeria to declare our intention, our àníyàn, our reason that we want to go out of the shithole country known as Nigeria tí kò benefit èèyàn kankan. There is no amount of information tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi sórí Facebook àti YouTube. The guerrilla warfare tá a fẹ́ bá government fi jà ní January yìí, Twitter wà lára ẹ̀, and it is important that you go and register. You will need an email. Gbogbo yín lẹ ti ní email address tẹ́lẹ̀, nítorí pé kò sẹ́ni tó ní Facebook àti YouTube àti Instagram àbí TikTok tó kò gbọdọ̀ ní email address. Ẹ máa provide the email address while signing up. We would immediately send you an email with instruction just to verify. Email tó máa send sí yín yẹn, òun ni pé kẹ́ verify. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá wa tí ẹ bá get in town sọ yìí, ẹ pè àwọn grandson yín lára iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n máa ṣe fún yín nìyẹn. They are expert in this. All they have to do is just help you to register. Wọ́n dẹ̀ gbélé yín lọ́wọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń kọ́mẹ́ǹtì náà, ẹni tó sọ pé òun ò gbọ́ wa, ẹ bá wa sọ fẹ́ nìyẹn bí a kọ́ jáde kọ́ wọlé padà. Ní time kí wọ́n máa fà wá sẹ́yìn. Tẹ́ bá ti ń rí àwọn mẹ́sẹ̀gì bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, n tó bá ti mú èmi tí mo wà nínú studio tí mo fi rí, ó ṣeé ṣe pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa náà láti rí. Kódà ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nation nísìnyí bí irú àwa báyìí, gbogbo wa a ti gba owó lọ́wọ́ yín, a ti fi lọ kọ́ studio. Mo sọ pé nígbà tí bá máa kọ̀wé mi, ẹlòmíì á máa tọrọ ìdáríjì nítorí pé n tó bá yéèyàn lọ máa ń béèrè. But ibi tá à ń lọ kọ́ nìyẹn. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ní email address. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lè provide phone number. Phone number yín tẹ̀ ń fi sórí Twitter kò dọ́dọ̀ federal government nítorí pé ẹ̀rù gan tí ẹlòmíì gan àìtí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà ẹ ti fẹ́ kú sínú ilé. Bọ́bá ti torí pé torí Nàìjíríà ti deprive yín of so many things in your life. A dẹ̀ lè blame yín. So anything tó bá ti ń sọ pé kẹ́ fi nọ́mbà sínú ibì kan, eléyìí ò ń ṣe èyí tí wọ́n ní wọ́n wáṣẹ́ fún yín o. Eléyìí yàtọ̀. Twitter leléyìí. Twitter is a reputable and international platform. Kò ń ṣe platform kan tán ní wọ́n náà wáṣẹ́ kẹ́ lọ máa fi details yín sínú ẹ̀ tí àmọ́ ibi tó ń kó details yẹn lọ. Ìyẹn kọ́ ni mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí o. Ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Eléyìí ni part of our guerrilla warfare tá a fẹ́ fi bá federal government jà. A ní right láti jà. Irú ìjà wo ni ìjà Twitter wà lára ẹ̀? Eléyìí ò dẹ̀ ń ṣe dating app. Bí mò ń wá kọ, mò ń wáyàwó. Is a guerrilla warfare platform tá a fi bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì jà. Ẹlòmíì tó bá ń gbọ́ guerrilla warfare, ó máa ń rò pé bí ìbọn nìkan nìyẹn máa fi bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì jà. Eléyìí tá a ti ń bá bọ̀ láti bí ọdún mẹ́ta is part of the guerrilla warfare to fight the federal government. Government ò dẹ̀ like gbogbo nǹkan tó bá jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Step 5, you will provide a phone number while signing up. We would immediately send you a text message with a code so that you can verify your number. And the moment ẹ bá ti ṣe yẹn, ó ti secure nìyẹn. And then you click entering your information and click next. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká wá wo fídíò tó bá wá níwọ̀nba kékeré for 4 minutes 27 seconds. I will not interrupt the video. Gbogbo wa ká farabalẹ̀. The moment we finish this section, we move straight into our conversation this Sunday. Let's go ahead.
Hey guys, in this video I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process on how you go about creating a Twitter account. What we want to do is head on over to twitter.com and I'll link their webpage right at the top of the video description. So once we're over at twitter.com, what we want to do is from the homepage, click on where it says sign up. And that's going to take us to the create your account page. And what we want to do here is enter in your name, your phone number, and if you'd rather use an email instead of a phone number, just click here where it says use email instead, and then also put in your date of birth, the month, the day, and the year. And then after you enter in all this information, click the next option. And that takes us over to the next area where it says customize your experience. This is optional whether you want to check this or not. Essentially, if you have this box checked, it gives Twitter the right to use your data to personalize your experience. This web browsing history will never be stored with your name, email, or phone number. So if you want a more catered experience to your web using activities, then you can keep this box checked. Otherwise, you can uncheck it here and then go ahead and click the next option. And that takes us to step 3 of 5 for create your account. You can enter in your name, your email, phone number, as well as your birthday. Just double check to make sure this information is accurate. And then by clicking sign up, you agree to the terms of service, privacy policy, cookie use, as well as privacy option. You can go over and take a look at those closer if you want to read through them. And once everything checks out to you, you can go ahead and click sign up. At this point, Twitter is going to send you a verification code, and this is either going to be to the phone number that you had entered in or the email that you're going to be using for your account. And in the inbox of your email, you should get a confirmation from Twitter with a verification code that you're going to be using to enter in. So then you simply enter in that verification code and click next. And then you'll need to set up a password. Make sure that the password contains at least 8 characters or more, so you can enter your password right here and then click next. And then that takes us over to our Twitter account, where the first thing it asks us is that we can pick a profile picture. And if you want, you can skip this for now by clicking this option in the upper right-hand corner, or you can add a profile picture by clicking on this little camera right here. So then if you want, when you select a profile picture, you can zoom in and zoom out to change the cropping, but once everything looks good to you, you can click apply. And then it asks for you to describe yourself in a short, quick bio. And once you enter in your bio, click next. And then it gives you the option, if you want, you can find friends and see who they follow. You can upload your contacts, or you can skip this option and click not now. And then it'll give you some suggestions of who you might want to follow. And it's not a bad idea to just...
Eléyìí wà very important. Àwọn tí ẹ fẹ́ máa follow nítorí pé àwọn tí a fẹ́ máa make sure pé à ń send the message. Àwọn asterisk wọn. The most important people are people like Joe Biden. Láti sọ fún pé guerrilla warfare la fẹ́ bá Nàìjíríà jà, but níbọn, but lórí Twitter Joe Biden a máa send the message, a máa attach it. Barack Obama, United Nations, everybody that you think that is important. Let's continue.
Scroll through this list and click the little follow button on the different people that you might have interest in, seeing what they have to tweet out. And you can really scroll through this list as long as you want and keep clicking follow on the people that you might be interested in seeing what they have to tweet out. But once you're satisfied with the amount of follows that you throw out there, you can click follow and then that'll take you to the next page. And if you want, you can turn on notifications and you can click allow notifications by clicking this option, or you can skip this. And that will officially take you over to the homepage of your Twitter account. And if you want to send out a tweet for yourself, you can do this right here at the top.
Ibi tó sọ̀rọ̀ dé nísìnyí, ẹ jẹ́ kí n wá lọ sórí Twitter tèmi, which is koikimedia. Ẹ jẹ́ ká send the tweet jáde láàárọ̀ yìí. Tweet yẹn ni pé have you registered for Twitter? If not, do that today. Again, increase the front here to round tó ní big TV nílé àtàwọn tó ní small device. So, have you registered for Twitter? If not, do that today. Now, bó ṣe ń work ni pé tẹ́ bá fẹ́ send the message pé kó lọ bá United Nations, a lè wá sọ pé Yoruba lives matter. But a fẹ́ jẹ́ kó di hashtag sign yẹn òun lélẹ̀. This is what we call hashtag. Nǹkan tó dàbí line méjì wá sísàlẹ̀, line méjì lókè. Ó wà very very important pé gbogbo ìgbà tí a bá ti ń send tweet jáde, tweet ló ń pè, Twitter gangan lórúkọ platform yẹn. Ó wà important pé ká máa hashtag. Kí la fẹ́ hashtag dé lórí? Yoruba lives matter. Hashtag again, Yoruba nation now. And as many as you can remember. Hashtag sign. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá fi síwájú ẹ̀, ẹni tí is like pé the purpose of the hashtag, iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ni pé ó máa ń link gbogbo ẹbí tí wọ́n bá ti ń lo hashtag yẹn. Màá ṣàlàyé bó ṣe ń work further. But gbogbo ìgbà tẹ́ bá ti ń send the tweet síta, tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti lo hashtag pé ẹ wá kọ Yoruba life matter, Yoruba nation now, or whatever anything. It could even be hashtag Chief Sunday Igboho, hashtag again Yoruba nation no going back. But ìtò ṣe kókó tó ṣe pàtàkì ni pé Yoruba lives matter, Yoruba nation now. Wọ́n tún wá ń pe kinní kan ní báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ wá jẹ́ kí ìlànà ọmọ Oòduà worldwide, báwo mo ṣe lè attach tweet mọ́tọ̀dọ̀ tí wọ́n, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lo @sign. @sign yẹn kò sígbàkígbà tẹ́ bá fẹ́ make sure pé fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Joe Biden àbí àwọn any other organization, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lo the @sign. @sign yẹn ló wà níwájú yín nísìn. So tí bá ti type US lásán, ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbé ṣẹ́rí pé ó gbé US mission Nigeria wá. Mo lè send, mo lè attach ẹ̀mọ́ tiwọn náà. @sign again, tí bá ti lo US, Kamala Harris, òun ni vice president. But ti Biden, tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tètè rí pẹ̀lú US, tẹ́ bá ti type BIDEN, ó máa gbé Biden jáde. Ẹ̀ attach ẹ̀mọ́. Then ìlànà ọmọ Oòduà, a máa lọ follow àwọn náà fún àwọn tó bá ti mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní website àmì wọ́n ní Twitter account. It goes like that. Then ẹ lè máa tún táàgì depending on it ẹ bá fẹ́ send United Nations, ṣe rí pé @UN or kẹ type in United Nations á gbé jáde @UNPO. These are the areas that ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ bí tẹ fẹ́ target. Then there are so many different, human rights activists or different things, but this is how it works. Ẹ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ continuously títí tó máa fi sọ fún yín pé ẹ ní enough. Yẹ pé nísàlẹ̀ yẹn níbi ẹgbẹ́ plus sign tweet yẹn ó ti ń sọ pé ó ti fẹ́ full nítorí pé ó níye character tẹ́lẹ̀ lò lórí ẹ̀. Màá tún fẹ́ lo Ion, ìyẹn ni fídíò tá a gbọ́ tán lẹ́ẹ̀kan lórí Scramble for Africa. Then to I normally also let's say CNN. Then again @sign Sky News. Tó bá dé stage kan ó lè má fi lọ mọ́ nítorí pé ẹ ti ní enough character, ẹ máa yọ kúrò nínú ẹ̀. Ẹ lè fi picture sí, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ add picture mọ́. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ fi add picture mọ́. But we must make it now a daily activities lára guerrilla warfare tá fi bá government jà lélẹ̀. So you can also add as many people as you can remember. Yoruba Clubhouse, depending on who you can remember. @sign again BBC. I'm a bias, but again, then @sign. Let me see, Pope. And then I am almost now 15 character left. But I can finish using it or I can just say tweet. And it's as simple as that. So tweet and this is how it works. Tẹ́bá wo on your left, on your right hand side on the screen, ẹ rí pé Reno ló ń trend. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ò trend. Ìdí tí Chatham House ń trend ni pé Peter Obi máa wà ní Chatham House lọ́la. Jagaban ń trend at 19,000. Àwa nísìn orí Facebook nìkan la ti ń trend. Trend rárá lórí Twitter. It's not very good. So that is how far on the Twitter, and let's move now straight into the next conversation. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the live transmission. I'm later. There's nothing to celebrate about the Armed Force Day. So let me come back into the program. Let's close some of the browser that we've opened. So let me just finish this quickly and then we'll close it later.
Of your Twitter page. You can also do this by clicking the tweet option here on the side. So just to run through what these different tabs are on the side, the home tab is going to be your home page where people that you follow on Twitter, their relevant tweets are going to populate this area. You can scroll down in your home feed to see the different things that the people that you're following are tweeting out. You can click the Explore tab, which is going to curate stories and things that are trending that you might be interested in. And you can also see all these different categories for news and things such as that up here if you'd like to filter it through these different options. You can look at your notifications.
I'll try and do one on myself and put it on my YouTube.
So you can look at your messages, which you can send back and forth between yourself and other people who aren't.
So, and we went over that in the comment section and they exchange the Twitter account, and that way, any more in tweet and retweet it. So let's leave that and come back into the program because of our time constraint already. The question I'm very low around who had in Nigeria and gain from gbogbo gbala sọ pé how do we get out of Nigeria? But ká tó lè get out of Nigeria, ìjẹ́ yìí mọ̀ pé there are more countries that is building around Nigeria. One of them is United States of America. Maybe you don't know. Let me tell you, America is building one of the biggest embassy in the world. Níbo ló fi kọ́ sí? Kí nìdí tí America fẹ́ kọ́ the biggest embassy in the world sí Nigeria? Kí ni gain America ní Nigeria? So tí ẹ̀yin kan bá ń sọ pé Yoruba nation will come without Motika article tí Comrade Victor Taiwo. I read a bit of it this morning and we thank him for the great job he has done in 30 years. And out of what he said, I'm going to read a little bit out of that later. Oh no. I won't sit back. He says so many things in that, what he normally writes every month, or I can't remember. And at the end of the day, 30 years, ni Comrade Victor Taiwo ti wà lórí Yoruba nation. And he has done a lot. But the question ni pé, àwa tá náà fẹ́ lọ gangan, ǹjẹ́ a máa dúró another 30 years bí Comrade Victor Taiwo ṣe náà ti ń ṣe bọ̀? He has worked in the last 29 years, according to him, that he wants Yoruba nation. Ìjà máa tún dúró another 29 years. That means it will make it 60 years. Àwa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìrìn àjò yìí nísìn, probably maybe 3 years. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé a ti ń kánjú jù bá fi gba Yoruba nation. But the more tí a bá ń pẹ́ sí, the more tí a ń fún power fáwọn ìlú kan láti máa ní láti ní structure to strong nínú Nigeria, because Nigeria is their pot of soup. Nigeria is where they make a lot of money. Ìyẹn mo ṣe kọ́kọ́ lọ play Scramble for Africa tàgbọ́ lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ at the beginning of this broadcast. I'm going to rewind it. I'm going to go later again. But ìbéèrè kan tí mò ń bi gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ni pé ṣé lóòtítọ́ la fẹ́ Yorùbá nation ni àbí a kò ń ṣe afẹ́fẹ́ rì? Nítorí pé tabana fẹ́ Yorùbá nation, kí làwọn ìlú tí wọ́n ń gain lára Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ the Western world? How do we tell them that we want Yoruba nation? Let's watch this video. I do not own the copyright, but this is what America is building in Lagos State. Bóyá tó bá kọ tán, bóyá fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Nàìjíríà láti gba visa lọ sí America ni, I don't know. But let us watch this together.
Julia Sondu, showing you where development is happening. Please come and join us. Why is US building largest consulate? US building $537 million Nigerian consulate.
Is it only to boost relations? Lagos Consulate will be biggest in the world when completed. The United States is building a new $537 million consulate in Nigeria's commercial hub. The 10-story building, planned for a 12-acre site in Lagos, will be the biggest American consulate in the world when it is completed in 2027, Mary Leonard, the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria, said at a groundbreaking ceremony. It is intended to strengthen collaboration between the US and Africa's most populous country in areas including music, arts, technology, and entrepreneurship, she said. The US is Nigeria's third biggest trading partner, after China and India, with $5.4 billion in total trade in 2020. The new consulate will be the anchor tenant of the multi-billion-dollar Eco-Atlantic development in Lagos, a 10-square-kilometer, 3.8-square-mile piece of reclaimed oceanfront land designed to be a self-sufficient and sustainable commercial and residential district. The contract for the design and building was awarded to Pernix Federal, LLC of Lombard, Illinois, the consulate said in a statement. Why we are building largest consulate in the world at Eco-Atlantic City, U.S. government. The government said the new consulate will provide a modern space for the largest consular operation in Africa. The United States government says it is committed to strengthening the enduring US-Nigeria relationship, investing in the partnership for the benefit of our two nations. At a historic groundbreaking ceremony highlighting the enduring bilateral friendship and partnership between the country and Nigeria, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State joined U.S. Ambassador Mary Beth Leonard and U.S. Consul General Claire Pierangelo to mark the beginning of construction of a new U.S. Consulate General in Lagos. On a 12.2-acre site in the rapidly developing Eco-Atlantic City, the new U.S. Consulate General in Lagos will support diplomatic and commercial relations between the United States and Nigeria and will provide American and Nigerian consulate employees with a safe, sustainable, and modern workplace. The $537 million new consulate construction project will directly benefit the Nigerian people, according to a statement by the U.S. Consulate. Throughout the project, the U.S. government will invest an estimated $95 million in the local economy, and the project will employ approximately 2,500 Nigerian citizens, including engineers, architects, artisans, construction workers, and administrative staff, the consulate added. In her remarks at the ceremony, Ms. Leonard expressed appreciation to the Nigerian and Lagos state government for their support. Our vision for this remarkable consulate campus is to create a facility that both honors the vibrant relationship between the United States and Nigeria and communicates the spirit of American democracy, transparency, and openness, Ms. Leonard said. Nigeria and the United States have a long-standing history of people-to-people engagement fostering bridges between our two nations. We look forward to the many accomplishments we will continue to achieve together in the future, Consul General Claire Pierangelo said. The statement said the new consulate will provide a modern space for the largest consular operation in Africa, including improved public-facing interview.
The question is, ta ló ń gain, ta ló ń lose? Ta ni ó ń gain, ta ló ń lose? Ìjà àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá mọ̀ pé ìjà serious pa fẹ́ lọ àbí a kò jókòó à ń wòye pé Amẹ́ríkà nísìnyí à ń pariwo Yorùbá nation wọ́n ní ká bá Amẹ́ríkà sọ̀rọ̀ bá Amẹ́ríkà máa wá bá wa ṣe wọ́n ní ká lobby mo kí dáadáa ìyá wa Ìyábọ̀ wọ́n ní these are all annoying nígbà tí mo rí fídíò yìí I was asking myself that are we sure that we want to get a Yoruba nation when America is trying to build one of the biggest embassy in the world inside Nigeria? Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ díẹ̀ sí kí tó padà wá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kàn ní láti break ẹ̀ láàrin méjì torí mi kọ́ mo ní fídíò yẹn and I do not own the copyright to that video. But mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń gbọ́ mi kẹ́ máa fi sẹ́mi pé as we are saying today, pé a fẹ́ lọ, let us remember that there are still operations going on in Nigeria by the international community and ǹjẹ́ ó ní any impact lórí àwa? Ẹ jẹ́ kí n pause video ẹ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn díẹ̀. Let me quickly show you this. This is Apapa custom handle. The export cargo wọ́n ná worth $68.5 million US ní 2022, according to this report. Even though pé nǹkan tí mo wọ́ ọ̀tọ̀ kó tó di pé mo pàdé eléyìí. But let me tell every Yoruba people, all these media, when you see this, èèyàn kan ló send eléyìí sí mi pé ṣé mo ti rí. When you see this kind of headline, ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé they are working against the Yoruba people. Ẹni tó dẹ̀ kọ átíkù yìí, ọmọ Yorùbá náà ni wọ́n ń pè ní Dàpọ̀ Akínfẹ́ràn. Kò rí nǹkan kan kọ nípa Yorùbá nation agitation ju pé money owó ti ya Yorùbá nation struggle ó ti yà sẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ́. Ṣé irọ́ ló pa àbótítọ́? We know that these are the agenda of those that do not want the Yoruba nation to come true. So tẹ́ bá ríru headline báyìí, tẹ́ ní láti bọ́dà ara yín nítorí pé these are the ọmọ Yorùbá yìí nísìn tó kọ kínní yìí nísìn orúkọ ẹ̀ jẹ́ Dàpọ̀, orúkọ ẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Only uncertain times lie ahead of the Yoruba self-determination struggle following threat to the unity among its promoter. There is no problem within the Yoruba nation struggle. Tí kò bá ń ṣe àwọn tó fẹ́ wá da ìrìn àjò yẹn rú. Àwọn tó wọnú ẹ̀ tí a rò pé èèyàn ni wọ́n. Directly, indirectly, kọ́ni way. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ níta to make sure that the struggle for the Yoruba nation is not going to come true. Irọ́ rẹ̀ lọ́pa. Ó máa wáyé. But kó tó wáyé, ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ pé 2022 wọ́n ní Apapa custom export. Kí ló ń pè ní export? Torí pé kò yí ẹlòmíì. Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan export, kí ló mean? Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan export, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo meaning ẹ̀. Tó bá pè nǹkan ní export, kí ló mean? In the word.
Export.
Again.
Export.
Again.
Export.
Ìyẹn ni goods or services to another country for sales. Ìdí tí British ṣe ń kó gbogbo wa wá sí UK ni pé wọ́n ní the services wa. Kò ń ṣe pé ẹ rí pé Britain ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí on lesson visa kíní wá sí UK fáwọn Nigerians and other African countries. The same thing goes to Canada. I'm not too sure whether America as well. But the reason why they are bringing us here, whether as a brain drain, is to refill the problem báwọn ní níbí báyìí. So kò wá ń ṣe èèyàn nìkan, nígbà míì it could be goods. So if we send 68.5 million goods outside, mélòó gan ni import tó wọ Nigeria? As an example, import of goods into Nigeria. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wò bí a máa rí anything that can help us. Or ká lọ lo 2021. So because import mean pé ẹrù tó ń gbé wá sínú Nigeria. Let's look at let's look at these. Nigeria records 170.2 trillion worth of foreign trade in the last 5 years. Trade concluded between Nigeria and other countries hit 170.265 trillion from 2018 to 2025 in 5 years, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. So, in tí wọ́n ṣàlàyé fún wa níbí báyìí, ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ wo topic yẹn. Ta ló ń gain, ta ló ń lose gbọ̀ngàn nínú Nàìjíríà? Ta ni ó ń gain, ta ló ń lose? Ṣé àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tá export là ń gain ni àbí èyí tí wọ́n import wá sí Nàìjíríà? Èwo ló yẹ kó pọ̀ jù? Ṣebí export tá à ń gbé jáde ló yẹ kó pọ̀ jù lóòótọ́, but what we can confirm is èyí tó ń wọlé ló pọ̀ jù. According to, let me bring it here so that I can be mixing it together. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome. According to Daily Trust, that during the period, a total of 89.5 trillion were imports, while 80.6 trillion This made Nigeria record an 8.9 trillion surplus of the balance of trade during the period. When broken down, according to the analysts, indicate that in 2018, Nigerian total trade was 31.67 trillion. From these, the total import, mo fẹ́ ká má mix it together ẹ farabalẹ̀, ṣe rí import ó yàtọ̀ sí export. Ẹ bá mi ṣàlàyé fáwọn tó wà lórí platform torí ẹlòmíì ò mọ̀ yàtọ̀. Import ẹrù tó ń gbé wọ Nàìjíríà òun ló ń pè ní import. Export èyí tó ń jáde, ìdí tẹ́rù ṣe ń wá sínú ilé tó pọ̀ jù ni pé because a ní production ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, a ní production nílẹ̀ Igbo, a ní production nílẹ̀ Haúsá. Kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n kì í produce àwọn nǹkan díẹ̀díẹ̀, but I'm talking about in large scales. So let's give an example now. Ẹ fún mi ní any company tí a lè fi ṣe production lọ́sàn-án, any organization ṣé tó ń ṣe bàtà ni, ètò ń ṣe tomato ni, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo tomato production line, and we're gonna find a video around it. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo báwo ló ṣe ń produce tomato. Àwa nísìn a ní ilẹ̀, ẹlòmíì ò mọ reason tí yà ṣe ń jẹun. Import are goods brought into Nigeria and export are goods carried out of Nigeria. Thank you so much, my brother Olakunle, my namesake. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo fídíò yìí bó ṣe ń produce tomato. Mo kàn fẹ́ wo ìtì máa mú jáde náà ni o. Tomato processing. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo eléyìí. I do not own the copyright, but it's just for the purpose of this live program. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wò. So company nísìn, they are called tomato processing. Gbogbo ohun tó yẹ kó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lélẹ̀, gbogbo ohun tó yẹ ká máa ṣe lélẹ̀ kí àwa náà wá máa ṣe kí ni, à á máa export ẹ̀ jáde láti máa fi make owó. But ìbéèrè tí mò ń bi gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà lénìí àtẹ̀yìn ọmọ Yorùbá nation ni pé ta ló ń gain gangan nínú Nàìjíríà, ta ló ń lose? Ta lẹni tó ń gain? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ìyáwó Lára, there is no electricity to have a real production, but at least ká tẹ̀ sọ pé àtẹ̀ ń ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ tó ẹlòmíì ló pa à ń ṣe kankan. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo fídíò yìí. Why is it not playing? And you will need a lot of, machines like these. Okay, why am I not getting the video? Let's go back again. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the live transmission. Okay, jẹ́ kí n lọ wá lórí YouTube gangan. Ṣé loading? FBR Elipo tomato processing. FBR tomato processing. Okay, now let's look at this. I do not own the copyright, but let's enjoy it. So this gives you an idea. Fún wọn tó ń complain, kò ń ṣọ̀kadà ló yẹ kó máa wà, ó yẹ kó máa ṣiṣẹ́ nínú factory ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo fídíò yìí. Okay, kò bá audio wá, so ìná máa ṣe voice over lé lórí. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń wò mí lénìí, ṣé kinní tó ń wò yìí ṣé kò possible ní any Yorùbá land? Ìbéèrè ni o, ṣé a ní ilẹ̀ àbá à ní ilẹ̀? Ta ló wá ń gain nínú Nàìjíríà gangan? Ta ni Nàìjíríà ń wúlò fún jù? Ṣé ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni àbáwọn ará àta? Because kí ni reason ta tún ṣe máa import tomato paste, tomato canned food or whatever wá sínú Nàìjíríà? Who gains out of Nigeria? And kí ló fà tí America tó wá ń kọ́ the biggest embassy in the world ní gbogbo àgbáyé sínú Nigeria? And how do we get ourselves out of Nigeria? How do we come out of Nigeria? Ẹ wo company yìí nísìn. Àwọn tó ń operate gbogbo kìíní nísìn pátápátá maximum tó máa fi dénú production line. Ẹ wo tí mò ń bá yín sọ, ẹ wo iye tomato tó gbé wọnú bíbá yín nísìn. Ẹ wo iṣẹ́ tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Irú ìtẹ́ à ń sọ fún èèyàn ọmọ Yorùbá pé tí ìran Yorùbá bá dá dúró, opportunity tó ń bọ̀ lélẹ́yìí bọ̀ kò lè wáyé because àwọn olóṣèlú ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ rírun kan báyìí. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the program. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Ẹ̀rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ń wá sórí program tẹ́ máa ń béèrè àwọn ìbéèrè stupidity. Mo sorry láti sọ. Bàbá mi Adéyẹmí Ọláyẹmí kí lẹ mí pé good evening Mr. Yomi, we have reclaimed what next? Kí lẹ reclaim? Ṣé mi wá stupid bí ọmọ Yorùbá mi ni? Kí la reclaim? Níbo lẹ ti reclaim? Ẹ má bínú pé mo interrupt the broadcast yẹn díẹ̀. Níbo lẹ kí lẹ reclaim? Níbo lẹ ti reclaim? I think some of you are so gullible. Kí lẹ reclaim? Níbo lẹ ti reclaim? Nigeria is still operating as a country. Ẹ sọ pé reclaim. I pity a lot of Yoruba people. Ẹ ti wọ one chance. Èmi ò bá yín wọ one chance o. Momento post yẹn. Ẹ̀yin follow me for 3 years. Èmi rò pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ní làákàyè. Ẹ má bínú. Mo realize pé kò sí gbogbo ala ní làákàyè. Níbo lẹ ti reclaim. Let's continue with the program. Irú eléyìí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìnyí. Yeah, don't joke that kind of joke here. Ẹ má bá mi joke irú kan bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ rí pé mo láti post broadcast just to respond to that stupidity question. Ẹ bèrè yẹn. Ẹ joke. Ṣé mo wá ń ṣeré níbí báyìí ni? Tí bá ń ṣeré mo kúkú kó àwọn ọmọ mi lọ sí park kájọ máa lọ ṣeré. Ẹ rò pé mo níṣẹ́ tí mò ń ṣe ni. Ibi bàbá jẹ́gẹ́ bí eré, ó jẹ́gẹ́ bí playing ground. Mad people all over the place. Let's continue. Ẹ wo bó ṣe ń produce irú nǹkan tá à ń sọ fún. Ṣé irú eléyìí kọ́ ló jẹ́ ká Amẹ́ríkà máa bẹ Nàìjíríà pé ó ṣe production ká make sure pé ó níná, but rather America is making what we call the biggest embassy. Ta ló wá fẹ́ favour? Ṣé Amẹ́ríkà ló máa favour ní àbí ará Nàìjíríà? Ìbéèrè ni o. Gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ń gbọ́ mi. Embassy tí Amẹ́ríkà fẹ́ kọ́ ìnísìn. Who benefit from this embassy? We are talking about the largest embassy of America, the United States of America in the world. We are talking about the biggest. Kí ni purpose ẹ̀? Iṣẹ́ wo ló fẹ́ ṣe? How do we make sure that the Yoruba nation ta fẹ́ yìí tó máa fi di pé America tó fẹ́ kọ́ embassy bóyá wọ́n máa slow down ní lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀? Àbí báwo? Tẹ́ ẹ bá mú erépa wá sí bíbá ẹ ní distracting program tá à ń ṣe ẹ náà ṣe erépa lèmi ṣe ní bíbá ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. À ń sọ nǹkan tó wà important. America is building a biggest embassy in Nigeria. Àwa wá ní a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation. Is that going to make impact lórí ìrìn àjò yìí? Because if America is trying to build it in Lagos, bí àwọn fẹ́ build it torí Yorùbá nation ń bọ̀ ni, I don't know. Ṣé America máa move embassy yẹn tó bá di pé Nàìjíríà bá pín? Àbí America ò tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà máa pín? Ìbéèrè ni o, because they plan to complete this building by 2027 according to what they say. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lówó lọ́wọ́. It's okay, bàbá mi, ẹ jẹ́ ká move on. I monitor what is going on my platform. And I don't want anybody to distract us. Ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ mọ̀ nísìn ni pé ṣé America government ṣé gbogbo bá ṣe ń pariwo tánà fẹ́ lọ ẹja lọ ẹ pín wa Nàìjíríà work nínú ẹ̀ làwọn fẹ́ build the embassy. And tàbá wa ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara wa pé how do we make pressure láti sọ fún America pé no, this kind of project needs to be on hold for now. How do we send a message to America? And this is some of the key reasons why we are saying that Yoruba nation is not a joke. It is something that we must take serious. And before I go further, mo sọ fún yín pé mo kàn fẹ́ lọ ka díẹ̀ ní nǹkan tí Comrade Victor Taiwo mú jáde. Let me allow my my WhatsApp to load. Taiwo. I'm not going to read everything. I'm sure some of you must have come across it or not. But there's a part that he says some few things. And the question is, it's easy. Kama sọ pé Comrade Victor Taiwo, according to him, ẹ̀gbọ́n ọ̀tọ̀ sọ. welcome you to discuss section. Ìyẹn wà ní number 5 of his, whatever he wrote out today, volume whatever, I can't remember. Comrade Victor Taiwo says, and I quote, I'm now quoting the words of Comrade Victor Taiwo. Now that those abusing me for staying too long on the project have clocked the 29th year on it already, and now beginning to have the second thought of reverting to me, I consider it a worthwhile effort to give a little tutorial to our teeming zealots on how the project is not bread and butter affair, as it is never 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 years endeavor. Although here is not the platform to divulge the tactics of revolution. He mentioned the word revolution, but this is the same person, Nisale. I know some of them are trying to play these, holy, gbogbo ẹ máa lọ nírọ̀rùn ní dáadáa ní ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ. I'm talking about this, ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ yìí nísìnyí. This is what Comrade Victor Taiwo says, so that you can understand. Wọ́n ní ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation kò ń ṣe bread and butter affair, as it is never 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years or 10 years endeavour. Àwọn tí wà lórí project yẹn for 29 years. Although wọ́n wá sọ pé ibi táwọn ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní gbogbo mẹ́sẹ̀jì tí mò ń káyà àti gbogbo ibi tó ti lọ káàkiri, it is not ibi tá ti máa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó máa jẹ́ tactics of revolution. Kí ló mean by tactics of revolution? Kí ló ń pè ní revolution? But let's go further. A tip of the iceberg could make an impact in putting our people on the line of reasoning and sanity. Wọ́n padà lọ sí ní tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí General Emeka Odumego Ojukwu ran into the revolution to secure Biafra in 1967, prepare his arsenals with 3 months, and launch into the war that lasted 3 years and ended up fleeing the war front after subjecting people to over 3 million casualty and destructions of properties worth billions of pounds. But bàbá yìí ò kọ́ síbí báyìí nísìnyí pé àwa Yorùbá ò support Ojukwu nígbà yẹn. Àbí wọ́n parọ́ ni? Ǹjẹ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sọ pé a fẹ́ fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀ nígbà tí Ojukwu tó launch, whether it was for the good intention or the bad intention or whatever the history was, àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn á sọ pé àwa fẹ́ fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀. So irú ọ̀rọ̀ tí Comrade Victor Taiwo ń sọ yìí kò lè work in 2023 because in 1967 nígbà tó Ojukwu tó launch ogun pé òun máa jà, àwa Yorùbá á fi ọwọ́ sí á support it. But this time around, àwa náà ti wá dìde pé a fẹ́ lọ. Ṣé revolution yẹn máa wáyé láàrin Igbo nìkan nísìnyí àbí ó fẹ́ wáyé gan láàrin Yorùbá tó fẹ́ fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀? Because even Deji Adeyanju, àwọn tó tẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe politics díẹ̀díẹ̀, even though he's not supporting any politician, but because he's my brother, he's a Yoruba man, Adedeji. I do follow him on Twitter, Adeyanju. And some of the times he wrote things on Twitter, you could see revolution coming out. Pé ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà yìí, revolution ló máa gbẹ̀yìn ẹ̀. And I want to bring something of that. Kò láìkí gbogbo àwọn politician tó wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ nísìn, kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni kankan tó máa dìbò fún Sowore, because Sowore is not seen as somebody. Right? Wọ́n ṣe pa bàbá yìí ni bí àìtí gbọ́. Wọ́n sún tẹ̀yìn ìyẹn Catholic priest yìí. Eléyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Niger State. I'll come back to that later. Mo kàn fẹ́ lọ mú bí tí Deji Adeyanju ti máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa revolution jáde. So for those of you, àwa lọ wo kí ló ń pè ní revolution, because Comrade Victor Taiwo náà mention revolution, but wọ́n náà àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ ìjà, àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ kankan. So bó ṣe wá fẹ́ wáyé tí kò ní síjà, ìyẹn kankan tí wàá ṣàlàyé fún lè ní báyìí. But mo fẹ́ ká máa rántí pé nígbà tí Ojukwu jáde níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ò sọ pé òun fẹ́ fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀. We still love the Nigeria then, but I'm not sure we do anymore now. Mo kàn fẹ́ lọ mú bí tí ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa revolution. Once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to the program. It's just coming up to what? Ilẹ̀ tẹ̀tí ṣúná anyway. So, but ọ̀sán ni lọ́dọ̀ àwọn tó wà ní New York. Aago méjì ṣẹ́lù ní New York ni. aago 8 fẹ́ lù lọ́dọ̀ tiwa níbí báyìí. Mo ń bọ̀ màá rí ibi tó ti kò tí ì lọ jìnnà because ó máa ń sọ mọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà pé revolution ló máa gbẹ̀yìn Nàìjíríà, but ẹ mọ̀ páwa aláìkì ká máa parọ́ fúnra wa. Mo dẹ̀ screenshot òun lélẹ̀ tó ń ṣá. We are looking for daily bread according to you. We are campaigning blah blah blah. Mo ń bọ̀ àmàrí nísìnyí. Ẹ̀wọ̀n tí Dèjì yanjú sọ sí bíbá. This was his tweet ní January 13. Ẹ̀wọ̀n nǹkan tó kọ ó ní supporting Nigeria thieving politician is the most profitable and the easiest thing to do because ẹni tó bá support wọn fún ẹ lówó as long as tó bá ti jẹ́ kí tó bá ti tijú pé àwọn èèyàn máa bú ẹ àbọ̀rọ̀ mi ò yé nísìn irú Tajudeen Rahim nísìn kò ojú òtí gbogbo bá ṣe ń bupó lè ní ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn ó kọ̀ wá sínú Yorùbá nation ó fún wa ní impression pé Yorùbá nation eventually nísìn Tinubu ló ń tẹ̀lé onítorí pààní template so owó ọmọ pààní template ló wá ń ṣe wàhálà nínú Yorùbá nation as at 2019-2022 ìtí Tajudeen dẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe ni pé ó fẹ́ di ọ̀gá lé gbogbo Yorùbá lórí ní Europe àti ní UK tó fi sọ pé ó lè jẹ́ chairman ní UK kó tún jẹ́ chairman ní Europe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni stomach infrastructure ẹ ṣe gan ni ìyàwó Lára Ọlábọ̀dé. So irú Tajudeen tó ń ṣe àdẹ̀jáde ní January 26 o torí pé àwọn Yorùbá World Congress àwọn ti jẹgúrújẹrá stomach infrastructure olóhùn ẹnjìníà lòun ẹ sọ fún pé kó lọ sí ìlú ẹ̀ ní Èkìtì Àbóǹdó tó ti wá ìyẹn Tajudeen Rahim kó tẹ̀ lọ bá wọn ṣe títì ẹyọ kan ní àdúgbò ẹni kò ṣe ní big highway o but ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan tí Dèjì Adéyanjú sọ níbí báyìí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ tẹ̀lé mi lọ ní alẹ́ yìí ìbéèrè tí mo ṣì ń béèrè ni pé Nigeria is gain for the Western world kí ló wá wà nínú ẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ṣé nígbà tá a bá gba visa fún méjì mẹ́ta nínú wa bóyá nínú ọdún kan wọ́n fún in a year last year èèyàn mélòó lẹ́rù pọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tó máa fún ní visa wá sí UK roughly mo kàn fi láì díà èèyàn mélòó lẹ́rù pọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tó fún ní visa lọ sí America tó fún ní visa lọ sí China tó fún visa lọ sí United Arab Emirates àwọn yẹn tẹ̀sí ní àwọn yẹn padà tó fún visa lọ sí Canada ọmọ Yorùbá mélòó so ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ wà nílé àtọmọ Nàìjíríà what makes you think that Nigeria is for you is the question. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ìyá wa Ọmọlára Ìyábọ̀ Àjàlá mo dẹ̀ kí màmá wa dáadáa Alhaja Airat mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin màmá wa pátápátá láì yọ ẹnìkankan sílẹ̀ mo kí Dr. Benjamin. Ìbéèrè tí comrade Adéyanjú tó ń sọ ni pé kàkà kóhun support ó ní gbogbo ẹni tó ń support politician àwọn tífí politician yìí ó ní wà profitable dínà nísìn kò lójútì because ibẹ̀ ló ti ń jẹun Délé Mọ̀mọ́dù lójútì níbẹ̀ ló ti ń jẹun because Délé Mọ̀mọ́dù mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò work ó kàwé dáadáa ó ní degree nínú Yorùbá àmọ́ lẹ́ni nísìn PDP ló ń tẹ̀lé as long as tóyí ọba ti support project ẹ̀ because kò sí bí unity ṣe fẹ́ wà láàárín gbogbo wa nítorí pé ìjà ti wà ìjà yẹn dẹ̀ ti ń bọ̀ tipẹ́ but irú ìtí comrade Victor Taiwo sọ pé nígbà tó jùkú jáde kò síyàn kankan tó fọwọ́ sí ojúkú nígbà yẹn because àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá a support Nàìjíríà bọ́ ṣé tí irú ìjà tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà yẹn ní 1967 ṣé tó bá wáyé lẹ́ni nísìn ṣé gbogbo sójà tó ń bẹ nínú Nàìjíríà ṣé wọ́n máa support Nàìjíríà òun nìbéèrè nítorí pé èmi mọ̀ dájú pé lára àwọn sójà tá à ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó sì wà nínú service wọ́n sọ fún wa pé tí wàhálà bá bẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn máa fọ́ padà sílé. So ẹja agbọ́n kan tí kìíní sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ìyẹn Dèjì Adéyanjú ó ní you will ride in private jet with them o máa gba dollar o máa take beautiful picture but all these are nonsense gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ máa ń béèrè pé what next ẹ ṣe kọ bàbá wa Adéyẹmí Ọláyẹmí à ń bára wa jà ní bíbà ọ̀rẹ́ ní gbogbo wa but nígbà míì a lè táwọn síra wa ọmọlúàbí lèmi ọmọlúàbí ní gbogbo àwa but ẹ má gbé ọ̀rọ̀ tí kò ní concrete evidence dé bíbà àwọn kan wọ́n wò mí báyìí nísìn àwọn ní reclaiming àwọn náà occupying wọn ò ní concrete evidence láti sọ pé Nàìjíríà lé ní ìyókò ṣèlú so gbogbo ẹni tó bá ṣì ń fall into that direction whether o ti ń gbọ́ mi tẹ́lẹ̀ in the last 2 years kò make any difference because kò ní substance. Ẹ káàbọ̀ yá wa mo rí níbẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan nísìn mo fẹ́ kí yín dáadáa mo kí ẹ Kazeem Ojo mo kí ìyàwó chief mo kí mọ́mì Dúpẹ́ Agboola mo kí yín. Nàìjíríà as of today kò ní any substance kankan mo kí ẹ̀ tẹ̀sí darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí Instagram mo fẹ́ jẹ́ ká máa béèrè pé ká ní Nàìjíríà benefit ṣé ní gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ máa ń béèrè pé what next ẹgbọ́n kan tí Dèjàdé Yọjú sọ ní bíbá ìyá mi dáadáa nígbà tí mo rí wọn ní rally wọ́n súnmọ́ mi wọ́n ní Kóìkì èmi ní o èmi náà ní tèmi mọ́mí yẹn fine dáadáa aláì kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín gbogbo àwọn tó ń support wa náà tẹ́lẹ̀ tí bá ní support pé bí wọ́n wá sórí platform àti wá pín sí fraction méjì èmi kọ́ mo ní ká pín sí fraction méjì the substance tó mú wá ta rò pé value àti realize pé a ti gbé yẹ̀wò nísìn kò ní substance kankan nínú ibẹ̀ kọ́ ni mo fẹ́ lọ lẹ́nu tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí pé kò ní substance within 1 hour máa knock wọn off but ibẹ̀ kọ́ lèmi lọ torí pé èmi move forward ni èmi ò fẹ́ yẹ ká padà sẹ́yìn gbẹ̀yìn kọ̀ọ̀kan mú kọ̀ọ̀kan wá anybody lè mú anything wá Comrade Victor Taiwo ti ń jàjà nísìn for 29 years kò sẹ́ni tó gbọ́ wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ nígbà tí Yorùbá nation ti wá dé ó di pé àwọn náà di pé sùn bàbá kan ti wà tó ti ń jàjà yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ bó bàbá yẹn sọ pé ìjà tí wọ́n lọ jà ní 1967 ẹ káàbọ̀ bàbá Bashir Abdulsalam mo kí gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ wà ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ ẹ farabalẹ̀ Yorùbá máa lọ àmọ́ kù sọ́wọ́ tiwa nítorí pé àwa kọ́ là ń jẹ nínú Nàìjíríà àwọn tó ń jẹ nínú Nàìjíríà wọ́n pọ̀ dáadáa bọ̀ ìta lọ́pọ̀ sí jù ìyẹn ló ṣe make sure pé wọ́n fẹ́ continue Nàìjíríà tó fi di pé Amẹ́ríkà lẹ́ni ó ń kọ́ the biggest embassy sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nítorí kíni ìyá mi gbé mi lékè àwọn èèyàn níbi kankan tó ń lọ àjọ máa ṣe tán ni wọ́n wá yà mí lẹ́nu àwọn ìyá wa kan tán náà ti lọ ló dáa wọ́n ní reclaiming ni wọ́n occupying ni wọ́n kọ́ lọ máa occupy Ìgbòho sọ pé kíyàn kan lọ gbogbo ẹni wọn fi sọ pé kíyàn kan ẹ bá wọnú gúrùpù kan ṣe rí àwọn rò pé bí Yorùbá nation yẹn ara wa la fẹ́ gbà fún no gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ní kórúkàdúkú máa jàjà ẹ lọ but in tó bá ní substance ìlú òyìnbó lè mi gbé for 24 years bẹ́ẹ̀ ni the US are very very strategic àwọn doctor àwọn yẹn kàwé nígbà tó péyàn ní doctor ẹrù kó dàbí àwọn bọ́lẹ̀ kájá doctor tó wà Nàìjíríà àti ọmọ Yorùbá ló máa kàwé délẹ̀ dáadáa òun sì tó ń fowó gbà wẹ̀láì so Dr. Benjamin sọ fún wa pé the US are very very strategic báwo làwọn ṣe máa sọ fún US pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ nísìnyí àgbàmọ́ ọ̀nà tá a máa fi ṣe yẹn òun ni olúkálukú sì ń gbé yẹ̀wò tá a bá jókòó fọ́nlá nísìn olúkálukú máa má ìdí àwọ̀ àbọ̀ àìdíà yẹn ò ní social media conversation ẹ jẹ́ kó olúkálukú lọ activate nísàlẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀bẹ̀ country. Thanks for teaching me how to use Twitter bẹ́ẹ̀ ni olúkálukú lọ rí tà ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ́lẹ̀ nǹkan sí America Embassy.
Waiting areas. When completed.
Màá padà sí nǹkan mọ̀ tí sọ́ńtì Dèjì Adéyẹjú sọ àwa náà wo mínínì ṣé etí Comrade Victor Taiwo ń tà láti sọ pé àwọn láìkì ìjà nǹkan kan definitely mo expect wọn kọ́ sọ yẹn but kò sí bí ọ̀rọ̀ yóò ṣe ní di gbàgbós àfi tá a bá ń ṣeré if not America nísìn àwọn build embassy lọ bó ti máa bá Nàìjíríà máa ṣe but báwo làwọn ṣe máa sọ fún America pé irọ́sẹ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tá a fẹ́ lọ àwa interested in Nigeria even though pé South West ló ń kan sí which is gonna benefit us. The worst case scenario tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn ò lè kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà àní kó máa gbé embassy wọn lọ sí but kí ni Nàìjíríà àti Amẹ́ríkà tó fi di pé Amẹ́ríkà ń tà láti tètè fẹ́ push embassy wọlé by 2027 ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ ronú dáadáa tí a bá ti tètè ṣe tó yẹ ká ṣe gbogbo yẹn fẹ́ kémi fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ tán délẹ̀ Koiki ń dama èmi tó wà ti di movie script ni we know what to do if we don't do it we are all in danger.
The statement said it will be the largest US consulate in the world, demonstrating the importance of the relationship between the United
One is demonstrating the relationship between Nigeria and the United States of America. Ǹjẹ́ ó ní impact sí ọmọ Yorùbá ìbéèrè tí kò bá béèrè ẹni ẹ? This embassy ǹjẹ́ ó ní any impact lórí ẹ̀bẹ̀ dínit? Chika or Hey Biafra, welcome on board.
United States and Nigeria. The construction project targets leadership in energy and environmental design.
Ẹgbọ́n ọ̀dọ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ń tágẹ́tì ẹ̀jẹ̀ ìgbọ́n ọ̀dọ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ìwọ̀n ẹ̀ díẹ̀ ẹgbọ́n bíbẹ̀.
The construction project targets leadership in energy and environment.
Energy. Nigeria has a lot of energy and America needs a lot of that. Yoruba people, Biafra people, let us work hand in hand ẹ má yẹ kíyàn kọ́kọ́ tún máa sọ ìtàn 1967 pé Ojukwu kò jẹ́ kó pààyàn. No, Ojukwu did not kill anybody. The British government got involved and killed 5 million Igbo people. It's as simple as that. So don't let anybody fool us with some of these there. Let me go back to what Comrade Victor Taiwo was saying, then I jump back again. Emma Jekoro, Emma, actually on the same line. I'm just giving you the feel of talon benefit. Comrade Victor Taiwo, listen, Nigeria benefits more, but it's taking us back to what happened in 1967, and we must not allow that to happen in Yoruba land. But already, in the last 62 years of Nigeria, have we not lost more than 5 million Nigerians? Whether they are Igbo, they are Yoruba, they are Hausa. As of today, a Catholic was burned to ashes. It's part of the statistic. So we cannot say because of what happened in 1967, we are scared. Queen. Taban sọ pé à ń bẹ̀rù láti lọ through that direction. Then Comrade Victor Taiwo and myself and you will be asking for Yoruba nation for another 30 years. And you Comrade Victor Taiwo, if Toba add the 30 more age wọn, Toba ma fi add 30, ebi more age wọn, but Toba add the 30 more age tèmi, I will be 70 plus. So only God knows, maybe Comrade Victor Taiwo will be 80. Probably is older than me by 10 years. I don't know. At 80 ni Comrade Victor Taiwo ṣì máa ní strength láti fẹ́ jà fún Yorùbá nation. Ìbéèrè ni o. I'm asking question. Ẹ mọ̀ pé màá ń béèrè question. I don't have the answer. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀n kan tí Comrade Victor Taiwo wá sọ. I'm just going to go back just a few sentences and I will move straight into what you said again. Wọ́n ní Yoruba nation is not bread and butter affair as it is never 1, 2 or 3 or 5 years endeavor. Àti mọ̀ yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀. Ṣèbẹ́ ẹ̀ tí ń gbé bọ̀ for the last 29 years. Although here is not the platform to divulge the tactics of revolution, ibi tí mo ti mú ọ̀rọ̀ revolution jáde nìyẹn. Kíkọ̀ sáré padà sí tí Dèjì Adéyanjú sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ revolution yẹn náà. Nígbà tí Dèjì Adéyanjú máa sọ̀rọ̀ tán, ó ní what next? Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń gbọ́ mi lẹ́nu pé what next? What next? Kí la máa ṣe? Dèjì Adéyanjú wọ́n ti help wa díẹ̀. Ó ní we cannot continue like this. Revolution is the only way out. Is the only way. Kí ló mú Dèjì Adéyanjú tó ṣe Yorùbá nation? Kò support the politician, but ó ń dúró lórí pé revolution nìkan ló lè fi Nàìjíríà sí ibi tó jẹ́ kó wà. Àní tó bá dẹ̀ ti mú revolution kò ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, a lè rí irú Nàìjíríà tá a rí mọ́ nísìn. That's the fact. And I want everybody to think, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá lọ wo kí ni meaning revolution? Àti pé kí ló dé tí Dèjì Adéyanjú ṣe ń lo the word revolution? Kí ló ń pè ní revolution? The meaning of revolution.
Revolution.
One more time.
Revolution.
One time again.
Revolution.
A forcible overthrow of government or social order in favor of a new system. Àwọn adé sọ pé Dèjì Adéyanjú má jà lọ ṣe revolution. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn. Ó ṣe wá support Yorùbá nation for self-determination. Àwọn ò fẹ́ overthrow government. Àwọn fẹ́ gba government tiwa ni. The alienable right to self-determination under the European Union, under the African Union, under the United Nations Charter, even under the fake fraudulent military decree 1999 Constitution. Àwọn ò need revolution, but bí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣe ń lọ, gbogbo ẹ̀ máa di. Ìbá tó sọ nísìnyí, ìyàwó mi máa ń ní mò ń sọ dáadáa. Iṣu ata yan ya skata pẹpẹpẹpẹ. But ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ò fẹ́ yẹn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní no. Just like Comrade Victor Taiwo have said in his latest release. Wọ́n wá sọ pé although here is not the platform to divulge the tactics. Kí ló mì pé tactics of revolution? Àwọn overthrow government. But he went on further to say, and I quote, a tip of the iceberg could make an impact in putting our people on the line of our reasonable tẹ́lẹ̀ náà. Ṣé our reasonable ni? Our reasonable ni bàbá kí tó sọ fún wa pé ká máa push fún effort, ká máa push fún our right, ká máa ṣe peacefully, wọ́n ká jáde, wọ́n nítorí pé wọ́n ti pààyàn kan nísìn, kọ́lọ̀ bá wa pọ̀n kẹ́, wọ́n nítorí wọ́n ti pààyàn méjì, bò wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wọlé wá pààyàn, wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé ní on the 25th of December ọlọ́pàá pa lọ́ọ̀yà sí Èkó náà ni ẹnìyàn ṣe rálé o. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sá sẹ́yìn, mo kí yẹn bá ìyàwó alájà Sherifat Agbabiaka, Sodiq Ọlákúnlé mo kí ẹ. So gbogbo fear tó ń fi sí wa lọ́kàn. ẹ jẹ́ ká fọkàn wa balẹ̀ pé kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ dẹ́rù bà wá tó ó ti di dandan pé kí Nàìjíríà kó dàwó nítorí pé àwọn tó ń plan revolution bíi àmórúkọ tó wà nínú ẹ̀mí Ìgbèjáde yanjú nísìn in tó fi máa sọ̀rọ̀ revolution Ṣòwòrẹ́ náà sọ̀rọ̀ revolution ìjà wọn plan ẹ̀ but àwọn ò lè dúró dè yẹn ìyẹn la ṣe sọ fún wa pé ẹja abọ́ta sí títì ẹja káwa tètè pariwo tí Nàìjíríà bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yí bullet at some point there will be ceasefire táwa náà bá ti gbà but bá a ṣe nígbà yẹn ó ní àwọn nǹkan tá a máa lọ ṣe tó máa bí Nàìjíríà nínú gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ la máa fi ẹnu sọ níbí báyìí tá a bá lọ ṣàwọn nǹkan tó máa bí Nàìjíríà nínú we are going nowhere one of the only things tí mo lè sọ ni pé a ti wà lórí Twitter fáwọn táwọn lórí Twitter ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lo Twitter yẹn ká fi bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì fa wàhálà so let me go back mo mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi ọ̀rọ̀ revolution síbẹ̀ ní nǹkan bó ṣe kàntí Comrade Victor Taiwo sọ and he went further to say General Emeka Odumegu Ojukwu ran into the revolution to secure Biafra in 1967 wọ́n náà prepare gbogbo arsenal within 3 months launching into the war that lasted 3 years and ended up fleeing the war front after subjecting people to over 3 million casualties and destruction. But Comrade Victor Taiwo sọ níbi ìbáyìí ní sí pé British gangan ló fund ogun yẹn and we have an evidence to back that. Let me show you that evidence quickly. Once again, you are watching. Okay, I think I could show us mobile. Okay, into Comrade Victor Taiwo tó kọ lélẹ̀ so at least everybody can see it, now. So everybody lè rí even though tiny but this I'm reading now from what Comrade Victor Taiwo put out. But ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n lọ báàkì ọ̀rọ̀ tí Dr. Ugu sọ pé kí ló dé tí Comrade Victor Taiwo ṣe kọ sínú átíkù yìí pé British gangan ló fund ìjà yẹn àti pé àwa Yorùbá gan support ẹ̀ because ojúkú náà pé wá gbalẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ àbí kan tí gbogbo yín máa ń sọ kọ́ nìyẹn. Bó ṣe lẹ́ni tí à ń béèrè fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa ǹjẹ́ irú ogun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 1967 ǹjẹ́ ó lè kódà bàbá wa Chief Tọ́lá Adéníyì ti sọ pé láyé kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ kò sí sójà kankan tó máa support ẹ̀. Chidoka, welcome to the program. This weekend has been useless to me as we only getting 2 hours light per day. The only week I couldn't get any work done. Thank you so much. Let's watch what Dr. Ugu told us. Because ẹni tó bá kàrò article Dr. Victor Taiwo nísìn. Okay, before I even play that video, let me go a little bit further to what he says. He went on to say pé Ojukwu sá lọ but wọ́n sọ fún wa pé Ojukwu ò ní firepower tí British fẹ́ fi bá wa jà. Let's go further again. A very good evening at 9 minutes past 8 p.m. Ẹ má bínú pé kìíní ẹ̀ tiny there so I'm moving closer to read it. Wọ́n ní Ojukwu ṣàṣà lọ but Comrade Victor wá sọ wọ́n ní pé wọ́n wá ní mo bọ̀ gbogbo pàdé lasted for 3 years and ended up of properties worth billions of pounds. The currency being one in use then. Must Yoruba, Comrade Victor wá sọ pé must Yoruba therefore rush into a war that will automatically consume them. But Dr. Taiwo should remember that the Igbo that went into that war, the Yoruba did not support it, the Hausa did not support it, the Fulani did not support it, the British government did not support it. Rather, they funded that war. Let's go further again. Yoruba rush into any war that will automatically consume them. Yes, self-determination of freedom is the inalienable right of all. Ó easy láti sọ, but tí a bá ṣiṣẹ́ débẹ̀ a lè gbà. Of all nationalities and human beings, as guaranteed by the various charter of the United Nations, the African Union, the Commonwealth, and even the Nigerian Constitution. But here are some of the lodestars guiding my operation of leadership. Àwọn sọ pé I detest bloodletting. Ta ló fẹ́ ogun tẹ́lẹ̀? Thank you so much for the super chat. Mommy Lara Olabode, we love you so much, ma. Wọ́n náà wọ́n fẹ́ bloodletting, but níjọ́ December 25th, there was a bloodletting. Lẹ́ni nísìn, a Catholic was burned to ashes by the Fulani terrorists. Bàbá wa tún sọ pé I detest war, kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ogun tẹ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n náà wọ́n like violence, kò sẹ́ni. Àsàtẹ̀ní nísìn, wọ́n pè mí láti Surulere. Wọ́n ní ọmọ wa kò ṣe ọmọ wa bọ̀. Wọ́n ní ọmọ kan ọmọ 19 years old tó ń gun kẹ̀kẹ́ márúwá. Wọ́n dẹ̀ pa sójú Ẹlẹ́gbà lánàá. Wọ́n ti gbókùn yẹn lọ sí mọ́ṣúárì bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn. wọ́n ní kó lọ gba òkú ọmọ yẹn nísìn kó máa di owó rẹpẹtẹ báyìí. So bloodletting is already going on in Nigeria on a daily basis. When I embrace it, I embrace intellectualism. Yes, because I don't like it. When I personify patience and good calculation like a tiger. Okay, I leave no stone unturned. But you have been running this for the last 29 years. And at the end of the day, it's not giving us the result. But when it be you, so let me leave that for now and come back and tell you what this woman told us about the real situation that happened during the Biafra War.
They wanted to be separate from the country that the British Empire had imposed on us, which was this country of Nigeria, where they kind of took a bunch of independent nations who don't have anything to do with each other, don't even speak each other's language, don't relate. Many of them were even enemies and warring at the time. Smushed them all together and drew these arbitrary lines around them and called them countries and named those countries.
Right.
And then said, now y'all get along and do a country for us and be a union for us. And then go through contentious, bloody independence processes that never really yield any real independence. You're still part of a Commonwealth afterwards. True. And you have the eternal meddling in your affairs and the eternal extraction of your resources. And the eternal fomenting of divisiveness and infighting in order to be able to control you. This is what an oppressor does, a colonizer does. These are tactics and strategies of dominance.
Right.
We were subjected to that as a larger unit of Nigeria. And then when the Igbo people said, we want our own thing, let's go and do that. Well, it so happened to be that the territory that this new country of Biafra was going to be in included very, very rich oil reserves. Mm-hmm. And the British were not going to let go of that.
Wow.
And the people that they had put in power, their puppet Nigerian governments weren't going to do that either because they needed it for the Nigerian project.
Right.
And Britain needed it for its own interests and uses. So Great Britain got directly involved in this civil war and in the war for independence.
So Great Britain got involved. But what was in it for Great Britain? Sorry, somebody was saying that there was a lot of echo in that video, Shegun Phillips. I'm not sure anybody said the same thing. Who want to come and build embassy for Lagos when revolution won't start? Benny. But I want you to say, come on through that line, Dr. Benjamin. When it cash there. It's definitely maybe not from us, it's from you, and you need to. Okay, was that the video that was echoing? Because it was actually mute. So I don't have anything playing in the background. Let me see. Maybe because of my. Let's do something again. Let's play that video again. And then came on to another echo. I'm playing it again one more time. Let's play one more time again.
They wanted to be separate. Nigeria, where they kind of took a bunch of independent nations who don't have anything to do with each other, don't even speak each other's language, don't relate. Many of them were even enemies and warring at the time. Smushed them all together and drew these arbitrary lines around them and called them countries and named those countries.
Right.
And then said, now y'all get along and do a country for us and be a union for us. And then go through, contentious, bloody independence processes that never really yield any real independence. You're still part of a Commonwealth afterwards.
True.
And you have the eternal meddling in your affairs and the eternal extraction of your resources and the eternal fomenting of divisiveness and infighting in order to be able to control you. This is what an oppressor does, a colonizer does. These are, tactics and strategies of dominance.
Right.
We were subjected to that as a larger unit of Nigeria. And then when the Igbo people said, we want our own thing, let's go and do that. Well, it so happened to be that the territory that this new country of Biafra was going to be in included very, very rich oil reserves. And the British were not going to let go of that.
Wow.
And the people that they had put in power, their puppet Nigerian governments weren't going to do that either, because they needed it for the Nigerian project.
Right.
And Britain needed it for its own interests and uses. So Great Britain got directly involved in this civil war and in the war for independence, and decided that they would do everything to make sure that Biafra did not go.
Wow.
And this everything meant directly funding
Genocide
of the people of Biafra.
So, thank you so much.
They wanted to be
separate from
that's enough now. I'm going to come to you, Africa Confidential. I knew where the problem was. I should have muted the desktop sound, so that will not be feeding back while the video is playing. Always tell us. We do appreciate your feedback. We don't want to manage anything. We want to try as much as, even though it's a one-man running the program, but we can still manage, the situation of things. So I've actually muted the desktop audio while I was playing that video. African Confidential, thank you so much for the super chat. And it came with a message. Madam Onitiri carried everyone handicapped, but many have chosen to remain in their wheelchair because it feels so comfortable on that wheelchair. Oh, comfortable. And let me explain what that means. Ìdí tó ṣe wà comfortable ni pé tẹ́ bá lọ sí airport, tó bá ra àwọn tó ń tì pẹ̀lú wheelchair, kò wọ́n ẹlòmíì bẹ́ẹ̀, but ó wà comfortable. But sometimes comfortability wa ó lè má jẹ́ òun gangan kọ́ ló máa fún wa ní ìtafẹ́. But I got to make effort. But I fẹ́ nǹkan tó easy. Èmi náà fẹ́ nǹkan tó easy. Ṣé rí Yorùbá nation? I want a velvet. Ṣé rí gbogbo passion sọ̀rọ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó anybody lè sọ. Mo ti fi ṣe program kó tó di pé anybody dé. For 1 year plus, tèmi fi ń ṣe program, educational program ni mo ń ṣe. Mo dẹ̀ ń fire gidi, fire ni mo dẹ̀ ti stop. So kò sí anything tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ lẹ́nu anybody tó ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Kódà gbogbo tí Comrade Victor Taiwo fi ṣe program wọn tí mo lọ wò, we did past more than that, but ntolukaluku kò ṣe ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni, because our opportunity láti present with fact, we're using the kódà tó nípa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí build up díẹ̀díẹ̀. So ẹ má yẹ kí àwọn kan fún wa food wa ní 2022-23 pé àwọn ọmọ tá à ń ṣe mọ́. I have talked about verbal divorce, but Nigeria ò lè fún ní verbal divorce. Because Nigeria, there's a lot of gain from the Western power in Nigeria. They are gaining a lot from Nigeria than me and you. And we don't gain it. And that is the reason why we are telling our people that our right, right to self-determination, it's easy láti sọ. Mo lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ pé I need right, but a gbọ́dọ̀ mú right yẹn, a gbọ́dọ̀ sọ the reality. If not, in the Comrade Victor that was on this way, we have to do another 30 years. Báwo ṣe dúró fún 29 years. But as we continue, let's go back. I just want to give you some of these, energy while I prepare the ground, because I need to go back into the back end, which is my intermarfation, so let's watch this Nnamdi Kanu while I prepare for that.
It is not in their hands, because you know what? Power belongs to the people. Anything we want is what we're going to get.
Once again, I want to ask this. Do you think this dream is realizable without a war? And are you prepared to fight another war?
This dream can be realized without a war. And let me put it this way, as soon as the people, the various ethnic groups in Nigeria realize what Nigeria means to each and every ethnic group, they will subscribe to our position. So it is realizable without a war. Before the white man came, let me ask you this, because it's an interview, which means you can ask me questions and I can ask you. Before the white man came, was there any Nigeria? Before the white man came, did Nigeria exist? It's a simple question that I'm asking you. Dele, did Nigeria exist before?
It didn't, no.
It didn't exist. Then why are African people, black people dying over something that they did not create? Did any Yoruba man create Nigeria? The answer is no. No Igbo man created Nigeria. No Hausa man did. No Fulani man did. No Kanuri man did. No Jukun man did. When you come to Nigeria, it's always a debate about it is our turn. It is our turn. It is our turn to rule. Now there are over 250 main ethnic groups in Nigeria. If you keep rotating the presidency every 8 years to each and every ethnic group, times 8 by 250, how many years are you going to get? So some people will die many times over. They will reincarnate many times over. The presidency hasn't come to them. Nigeria is a joke and an absolute mess. It was not created by black people. Therefore, it cannot be sustained by black people. I want to see an Africa where a Yoruba nation, a Yoruba mega nation extends from Togo all the way to Edo State. That's what I want. Because that is authentic Africa. I don't know why Africans are so beholden to something that is alien to them. Are you a white man? The Luga that created Nigeria is a white man. What are you doing as an African defending something that a white man created out of, should I say, a racist intent? Nigeria was an ordinary company, Royal Niger Company, an ordinary business venture that the British converted into a nation. And Africans are killing themselves, trying to maintain something that a white man created. Sometimes I wonder what type of God made African people. I don't understand it. And that is why you have this neo-colonialism. That is why the British High Commissioner had to go to Tinubu to ask him, how do you end this protest? Because if this protest continues, you're jeopardizing our oil. Nnamdi Kanu can use it as an advantage to go and get Biafra. They asked the army to go in and kill people. You people are being ruled by your colonial masters. Your fate is not in your hand. You're in a country that is 60 years old, so to speak. There is no electricity. If I am a Nigerian, I can't come out and say I'm a Nigerian. I'll be ashamed of myself. For 60 years, you have no electricity. For 60 years, no good roads. For 60 years, no good schools. For 60 years, your politicians are traveling abroad for medical treatment. I ask you, what is there to be proud of about Nigeria? Name one thing you can be proud of. Name one thing. Is a question I'm asking you, Dele. Tell me one thing you can be proud of in Nigeria.
Nigerians are amongst the brightest people in the world, including the Igbo people, of which you are one. You're a very brilliant man. That is Nigeria in your DNA.
I was born a Biafran, not a Nigerian. Nigeria is a historical mistake.
Was there a birth certificate at that time that wrote Biafra on it?
Of course, yes. You want me to show you? I will show it to you. I can email it to you. It's not here with me right now. I can email it to you. My person is Biafra.
I don't mind.
I will email it to you. So you see, what I'm asking is, if Nigeria never existed until the white man came, why are you as a black African man defending it? What's a white man created? Why? When you have Yorubas in Benin Republic, Yoruba is in Togo, they speak your language, they eat your food, they dress the same way you do, you have the same culture, the same value system, the same orientation, and I'm asking you, and the white man came from Europe and said, oh, you are Yoruba from Togo, you speak French. You're Yoruba from Benin Republic, you're going to speak French. But you, Dele, you're Yoruba from Nigeria, you speak English. Are people not perturbed by that? That level of dehumanization, that level of subjugation. You see, The one thing that shocks me about Africa and their class of intellectuals.
Let's leave that and come back into the program again. That is Nnamdi Kanu asking, Bob D. He was trying to defend, Bob D, as we all know, is a PDP staunch supporter that believes in one Nigeria. And as long as one Nigeria is working for him, and probably some of their own colleagues, later on in the background is how, tomato is being prepared. Let's now go back as we're already almost 2 hours into our first 2 hours program before we open our phone line. And there's still a lot to discuss. And sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Nigeria. They are celebrating the Armed Forces Day today. And the question is, gbogbo àwọn tó ti sacrifice for Nigeria in the last 62 years, is it worth the sacrifice? When we look back, because àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti serve Nigeria in the military since 1960 till date. Some of them are probably in their 70s, in their 80s, depending on, how old they are. We still have someone like Obasanjo, but he's benefiting from Nigeria. But I'm not sure whether some of our grandfathers need different path. Yeah, no, I know, Evangelist Peter. Can anyone say or guarantee the future of Nigeria? Nobody. Thank you so much, Just Reason. And those of you on the Instagram and the Mixlr and the rest of the platform. And I hope you can hear me, because let me make sure that my mic is on mute. Yeah, it's on mute. So, we've had a bit of Nnamdi Kanu there. So what I'm trying to explain to us in these broadcasts this evening, as much as everybody is a bit concerned and worried, in tó bá sì mú irú àwọn ìdèjáde yanjú tó ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò lè work àfi tí revolution bá wáyé, àwọn àtẹ̀sọ́ pé okay, revolution kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀? Overthrow the government. Overthrow government, but we can stop Nigeria from operating. And how do we stop it? Ẹ jẹ́ ká close gbogbo àwọn Twitter àti ìṣọ̀bọ̀ṣẹ̀máṣí Twitter. How do we stop it? Òun ni the only problem tá a ṣe ń try láti put together. Àwọn kan ní kí rally máa lọ, ká má jẹ́ kí rally kò dúró. Àwọn kan ní no, kò tẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ rally mọ́ nísìn. We no go gree o, we no go gree. Protest. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo kí ni meaning protest. Tó bá pè nǹkan ní protest. Let's go and look for the meaning of protest. Wait, ó dà pé rally yẹn, ó dà pé Nigerian government.
Protest.
Again.
Protest.
One more time.
Protest.
Some are saying that. I'm not sure whether people at home can hear the sound. So they can hear sound and daddy. Okay, well, they should be able to. For me, let me make sure that the sound was coming out, because I don't know if my muting my desktop will affect that for me.
Protest.
I'm not sure whether people at home can hear the sound. So they can
protest.
Okay, well, they should be able to.
Protest.
Let me make sure that the sound was coming out.
Protest.
I don't know if
protest. Protest. Protest.
Okay. All right, it's good. So the sound is actually coming out. So, okay. So bonus sound, the desktop audio, even though I've muted. Okay, the sound comes out through my mic. All right, so let's leave it like that. So, Bishen Solo, fún gbogbo ọmọ Yoruba, this a statement or action expressing disapproval or objection to something. Yeah, mo kàn fẹ́ confirm pé ó ń jáde ni, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo ti realize pé ó máa jáde because mic mi máa pick it. Protest is a statement.
Protest.
Or action. Nígbà tí gbogbo àti sọ pé action la kúkú fẹ́, ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi Ọmọlára, mo dẹ̀ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ silent listeners wa. Some cannot comment for security reasons due to the nature of their job. But mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ máa make effort láti comment. Protest.
Protest.
ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí 1989 nígbà tí oríṣiríṣi protest tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. What was the goal of the protest at the Tiananmen Square? Ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ lọ sí ti 1989. I'm just looking for videos. There has been a lot of protests in the world, and protests lè fa ẹni sùúrùtù nígbà tí wàhálà bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo fídíò yìí. This is Tiananmen Square ní 1989. Èèyàn kan péré ló dúró ti àwọn security tó ń bọ̀. Èèyàn kan ó máa kó máa yè kò kíá ẹ wò èèyàn kan péré ó dẹ̀ lọ blọ́ọ̀kì wọn mọ́bẹ̀. Ṣé tírélà yẹn máa gun orí ẹ̀ ni àbọ̀ máa dúró? Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe ríran nísìn èèyàn kan péré. Ṣe pé gbogbo mọ́tò yẹn dúró. One person ó dẹ̀ stop gbogbo amọ̀ tank yẹn. Ṣé wọ́n máa crush ẹ̀ ni àbí báwo? Kò move. Ṣe rí pé àwọn mọ́tò yẹn ló move ara wọn. Ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe ríran ẹ jẹ́ n pa audio ẹ̀. Ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. This was in 1989. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Mr. Joseph Daniel. This happened in 1989. So, but wọ́n ti ní èèyàn kan lè dúró sí abroad pẹ̀lú family tiẹ̀ kó máa ti àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ gọ́gọ́. Àwọn kan ló máa ń sọ yẹn o. Even though nobody is safe in what is known as Nigeria today. Nigeria is now at the verge of breakup. It's just a matter of when ni breakup yẹn máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Already, wọ́n jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ Peter Obi, wọ́n jẹ́ kó rí PVC gbà, especially lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, wọ́n ń dìbà àwọn láti gba PVC. So kò sígbà tí ìjà ò ní wáyé. Ṣẹ̀rí pé bàbá yẹn tún lọ sáàárín àwọn military yẹn. Ó tún èmi ò tẹ̀ mọ̀ kó tẹ̀ ti gorí ẹ̀. Let's go back again. Ẹ má bínú tí mò ń ṣe kò jẹ́ kí tètè rí. Kí ló fẹ́ ṣe again? Ó gorí ẹ̀. Ó gorí ẹ̀. Ó gorí armor tank. Kí ló máa ṣe fún ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá? Àti jáde kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ó kù sọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa. Obìnrin ni na woman o K-Flash ok mo mọ̀ pọ́bìnrin ni. Ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. This was June 5, 1989. Ẹni máa kú pàdé ẹni máa pa. Ìyá mi Ọmọlára wọ́n sọ pé àwọn remember ọjọ́ yìí. Ọ̀nàbìnrin ni ok ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mákọ́lá Túnjẹ welcome on board. Ṣẹ́rí pé kò tẹ̀ bẹ̀rù. Kí ló máa ṣe nísìn? Èèyàn kan péré ó lè ti stop gbogbo amọ̀ tank yẹn. Gbogbo amọ̀ tank kò dẹ̀ move mọ́. Ó ní kó yí padà. Ó ní fẹ́ lọ pa àwọn èèyàn. Ilé ìrìnjẹ́ location 419 láíláí 1999 lélẹ̀ náà ní Tiananmen Square. Ṣẹ̀rí ó tún padà lọ síbẹ̀. Ṣẹ̀rí ẹ̀yin tẹ máa ń sọ pé wọ́n máa crush ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé Nàìjíríà ni. It will become a disaster for Nigeria. Nigeria will face the consequence of all this. Ṣẹ̀rí if we do not take our mind off tá a bá sọ pé ẹ kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà wọ́n máa pa ní Nàìjíríà ni, it will become a problem. But kó tó lè di problem àwa gan máa kọ́kọ́ sọ pé enough is enough. Let's go and look at another video 33 years on. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo video. I do not own the copyright.
On its own people, tanks and armed personnel were sent to Beijing's Tiananmen Square, the same place where Mao Zedong declared the establishment of the People's Republic of China. That was in 1949. 4 decades later, the army marched into the square. Innocent protesters were targeted. The cowardly act was carried out in the cover of night. 4th June 1989 changed China forever. Take a look.
1989.
It all began in April 1989. Leading reformer and former Communist Party chief Hu Yaobang died on the 15th of the month. Students poured into Beijing's Tiananmen Square to mourn his death. Mourners soon became protesters. They were demanding reforms, democracy, and liberty.
They were demanding reform and democracy against the same problem that were not need nepotism, corruption. Yeah, this is young news. Yeah, very powerful. Yoruba really listen. Àwọn tí rí kankan tó ní reason láti gbé news wá, but tí nǹkan bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lanu ní Nàìjíríà. Àwọn eléyìí ń ṣe CNN lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ló máa pick story yẹn. But like I said earlier, we have a lot of reason to make sure that Nigeria becomes the bad headline outside Nigeria. But it will only happen if we want. But it's not going to happen because the US, let's finish this short video a little bit more, is building the biggest embassy in Nigeria. It's coming up to 8:42 at about 9 p.m. I'll open my phone line just for 1 hour and then Lola.
Design, LEED, Silver certification, a globally recognized designation for achievement in high performance, best in class, green buildings, and incorporates many.
All these don't build anything. Is it for the benefit of Nigerians? Or, like Dr. Benjamin say, is it just for the strategic position of the US government in Africa by building the biggest embassy? Àmọ́ operation tó fẹ́ máa ṣe níbẹ̀. Ṣé pé a máa gba visa yìí náà lọ ṣe pé build ẹ̀ báyìí ni? Kódà ìtọ́ build sí UK gan kò tó yìí.
Which once completed will provide modern infrastructures for the community.
What community?
Echo Atlantic is an approximately $6 billion project that will add approximately circa 19 million square meters of reclaimed.
These are all the reasons why we must do everything to give the bad headline to Lagos State, the Nigerian government, and the rest of that. Èèyàn kan sọ lánàá pé ó kì bàbá wa Bakai. He was talking about somebody named Gion Ak. And I picked up a video on YouTube. Let's watch it before we're going to open our phone line in just about 15 minutes.
Joan of Arc was a French heroine and Roman Catholic saint, whose victories in the 100 Years' War paved the way for the crowning of Charles VII of France. Joan was born to Jacques d'Arc and Isabelle Romy in Domremy in northeastern France in around 1412. At around the age of 12, Joan is said to have had a vision of three saints who told her to drive out the English who had invaded France after the Battle of Agincourt in 1415 and bring the Dauphin Charles VII back to Reims. At 16, she attempted to obtain permission to visit the French court, but was denied. She then went on to make a prediction about a military outcome at a battle near Orléans, which was confirmed by a local garrison commander, and when her prediction came true, she was granted permission to visit the French court. Joan impressed Charles VII while at court, and she requested to be allowed to travel with the army to relieve the under siege Orléans. Joan instructed Charles VII that she had been sent by God to lead the army. Despite her being an illiterate farm girl, the French army had suffered many devastating and humiliating defeats, and Charles seemed to have exhausted all other rational options. She arrived at the siege of Orléans in 1429 and began aiding the French army in a much more militarily aggressive campaign, and she was granted co-command of the French army, leading the army to several victories over the English. The victories led to a truce with England, and the Dauphin was crowned, fulfilling Joan's prophecy. The truce with England did not last long, and the English attacked the city of Compiègne in 1430. Joan was captured whilst attempting to defeat the English, and was sold to the English government by the Duke of Burgundy. She was put on trial for heresy in 1431, and was found guilty and sentenced to death. She was burned at the stake, then her ashes were cast into the River Seine. She was just 19.
She was just 19. Ọmọ 19 nísìn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó ṣe ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ Koiki pé what next? Eléyìí ti di hero, icon. A dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo àwa tí a ṣì wà live. Yorùbá nation. Abá gbogbo aláyé. But let me tell you that fighting a kind of fight, we must prepare our mind for everything. She was just 19. Let me rewind it again. Ó jà wọ́n capture lóòótọ́, wọ́n pa lóòótọ́, wọ́n sún, wọ́n dẹ̀ da ashes ẹ̀ sínú omi, but she was only 19. Dọ̀la nísìn àwọn tó wà ní France wọ́n rántí ẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn tó ti kú ní ìrìn àjò yìí làwa náà máa rántí, gbogbo yín pátápátá ni statue yín máa wà nígbà tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bá dúró tán, kò ṣe èyí tí ó sì mẹ́ẹ̀ tó ń sọ fún yín o.
Sign. She was just 19.
She was just 19. 19 years old. But ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa nísìn, are very very comfortable and we don't want to go through that route. Wọ́n ní kólíkálukú lọ máa gba PVC nísìn. Mo sọ pé ìjà ló sì máa wáyé náà láàárín wọn. Ẹ mọ̀ ìdí tí mo ṣe sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ fún yín ní èyí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àná ní Imo State. Àwọn náà wọ́n máa para wọn tán ni. Ẹ jẹ́ sọ ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá àti gbọ́n tí Dèjàdé yanjú sọ. Ó ti ní revolution òun ló máa gbẹ̀yìn ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Into Lano, maybe some of you did not capture it. Let me show you what happened. Already, what if a negotiate Nnamdi Kanu in Soludo? Only government who release Nnamdi Kanu phone in Soludo, Ombe Buhari, dead or alive. But this happened yesterday, somewhere in Imo State. And these are all the reason why we are saying, Emma Ekajeko this stage. Ẹ jẹ́ káwa tètè bọ́ sí títì ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pariwo síta kí gbogbo àgbáyé lè bá wa dá sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Lánàá bẹbẹ ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Ìgbò where Hope Uzodinma sent people to kill one of the uncle, and so many people were murdered or were killed as well, but they were also remind me the name, Eunice, the professor boy, no, the chef. But boy, I followed his tweet a little bit. The cop kinikonye. Let me close all this because I don't want the broadcast to break in between. So I want to talk about this guy briefly. So I only have about 12 minutes to discuss all this. Before, there was a guy yesterday that was almost killed. Cop spokesman, yeah. Cop. Well, no, I'm afraid cop, but it's not really DJ cop. Cop spokesman. All these happened yesterday. My attacker brought their threat for blood flow to our homes. Cop spokesman Ugo Chinyere lament killing of relation. This is the guy speaking. I think I don't know when he was speaking, but let's watch a bit of the video.
DSS detention, and the lawyers informed me that the health problems have been there for a long time, but it has gotten very bad. That Martin Nadekan is critically down, and he is not having access to the required medications and the medical attention that he deserves. And that necessitated me to call you gentlemen of the press today as a human rights activist.
He's a human rights activist, but he was almost killed yesterday in Nigeria.
Advocate of justice, equity, and fairness. Because of me, not just that, and also as the spokesperson of the opposition coalition in the country, to raise this alarm and call on President Mohamed Buhari, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in the interest of justice, in the interest of fairness, in the interest of equity, and in the interest of reconciliation, that the President should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from DSS illegal detention. This is long overdue, and it's important, apart from the judgment of the appeal court that sat in Abuja, there is also a judgment from the High Court.
So all this is what is going to fuel the anger, the problem that is about to consume Nigeria anytime soon. But our Yoruba about to going out every day, making our complaint heard, then in no time, the world will listen to us. This happened to this guy's hometown yesterday, according to the report that came out from the constituency. Everything was burnt down. And according to report coming out, Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, is behind this atrocity. Let me say this. Tell gbogbo ẹ̀tẹ̀mátìrí gbogbo atrocity tó ń bọ̀ láti Igbo land. You always think it's got to do with the Biafra. Let me say this clearly. Gbogbo police station tó ń jó, gbogbo INEC office tó ń jó. These are the same politicians putting all these things in fire. It has nothing to do with the ESN. It has nothing to do with the Biafra. And the Biafra are the same peace-loving people, just as the Yorubas. Even though a lot of you Yoruba people might disagree with me on that. But everybody knows that the atrocity don't shele. But also, kudos to them. Yesterday, on their fundraising, they were able to raise $40,000. Yes, you have me right. $40,000 was raised through Simon Ekpa and all the Biafra that are supporting the Eastern Security Network. $40,000 was raised last night for the Eastern Security Network. It's coming up to 9 o'clock, and we're going to be opening the phone line very soon. But for now, let's watch what happened yesterday. And let me say, this is viewer discretion. Blood but it's just for me to put that at the back of your mind.
Gone. Only gone.
All this happened yesterday. And this governor, Hope Uzodinma, is the one behind. You can see, because Baba now contest. You can see him there. So it's becoming a problem for the governor of Imo State. You can see, these are their campaign vehicle. Chibawa Jadi, nígbà tá lọ sógun state, aṣáàrí campaign vehicle Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún. Then any reason láti finance because ọmọlúàbí ni wá. But a ní right láti block gbogbo títì tó wọnú Ògùn state. A ní right láti block gbogbo títì tó wọnú Kwara state. A ní right láti block gbogbo títì tó wọ gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá láti inconvenience àwọn governors àti the federal government to say enough is enough. Nigeria is not working, and it is time that we let Nigeria go. So all this is going to fuel the anger that is coming. Yeah, $40,000 was raised last night. Osari Wokokon, I think the Boko Woje, I think the Boko Woje 40. Oh, your father don't say they donate 56,000, then no, let us rest. $40,000 was raised during the ESN. Let me see if I can, though I didn't prepare for that video, but let me quickly see Simon Ekpa. Once again, the Yoruba people must understand that the fight for Biafra, the fight for the Oduduwa is something that is not a joke. We must. This is how they started yesterday. I'm just going to forward it a little bit. This is how they were raising money yesterday on the Biafra.
We are going to prove that you can't come again and kill us and go away. Our self-defense is as stronger as anything. Our self-defense has been built. Our security is the strongest as I speak. And on this note, remember that this particular fundraising donation for the liberation of Biafra will continue until Biafra will be pronounced an independent state. That is happening this year. Whether the world power want it, whether they don't want it.
You heard him very well. Whether the world power, America, China, India, UK, Russia, Canada, France, whether they like it or not, is that the same view? But our Yoruba, $40,000 was raised last night, and there is no cry. You heard him there. That is Simon Ekpa speaking at the beginning of that program, which lasted almost 6 hours.
Nobody will dictate how we are going to live.
Nobody must dictate to anybody this time around. We are no longer fools. So for those of us, let us remember that we are all in this together.
on life and how we are going to do it.
And the question I'm asking tonight again, Nigeria is a gain for the Western world. What is in Nigeria to celebrate again? Yoruba people must exit now before it is too late. As I'm going to be opening the phone line, there's no point keba pe Koiki ká lọ ṣe báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ jó bí kan no I need gbogbo yẹn ẹ̀yin ni kẹ́ lọ máa produce in tẹ́ máa fi ṣe gbogbo tẹ́ bá máa ṣe ẹ má wá síbí báyìí tá bá ti ṣí phone line. All I want us to say is let us remain strong and focused. Kí export nǹkankan because produce anything. Nigeria is a shit hole. So and we are also taking import, which is coming from countries that are benefiting more than me and you. It is time that we allow Nigeria to dissolve peacefully. If you get this kind of headline, know that there are some people behind such headline just to come and destabilize what we are doing. We have about just 4 minutes. I was going through my Twitter this morning. But when I go to Dubai, I want to the lazy chef. I think it's very popular. At least it has about 74,000 followers. So it's very popular. But something caught my eyes because also nípa gbogbo problem tó ń face in Dubai as a celebrity, a Nigerian celebrity. I don't know whether he works in one of the restaurants there or whatever, but make a lot of, and people are now putting a lot of comment. I don't know which side I'm going to start from, but according to Tebalo, tweet here, the last Nigerian who moved to an emirate died mysteriously overnight. His dad is a former governor, names withheld. For those of you that do not understand what Nigerians are going through, they are going through a hell of problem. Mo fẹ́ lọ wo bí tí mo fẹ́ lè mú lára bí tí àwọn kan ní bí bàbá yẹn kó padà wálé kó wá gba PBC kọjọ lé Buhari lọ kó gbé PDP wọlé àbí kó lé APC lọ kó gbé Labour Party wọlé. Peter will be speaking tomorrow at Chatham House. A lot of people are excited. People are happy that the election is coming. They think it's going to bring good life to them. These Yoruba men speak on why we will not be voting Tinubu next month. But they want to vote maybe Peter Obi. Mad people all over the place.
Àtíkù gangan ìyẹn kan tó dàbí tó síkì.
Ó fẹ́ Labour Party ẹ máa gbọ́.
Peter Obi sàn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá Peter Obi la fẹ́.
So lọ́kàn ilé nísìnyí ọmọ Yorùbá yìí ó rò pé Peter Obi ló máa solve problem. And that's why somebody like Oṣòdì Òkè àbí Balógun Èkó ó ní kàkà kóhun jẹ́ ká vóòtì Peter Obi àbí Àtíkù òun á sọ̀pọ̀tì Tinubu ìyẹn ló ṣe ń sọ̀pọ̀tì Tinubu. Bí wọ́n fún lówó I don't know. Because I've not spoken to him. But you can see that there are a lot of Yoruba people that want to vote Peter Obi because they are still seeing a good Nigeria. Ele nisin lọ́kàn rẹ̀ ẹ wo background yẹn ẹ wo bí tó ń gbé ẹ̀yin náà wo bí tẹ́ni yìí ń gbé bí aṣọ́pù ní ọbẹ̀ ọkọ̀ ń lọ káàkiri ẹ wo environment ẹ wo lẹ Yorùbá bó ṣe rí ẹ wo building yẹn ó yẹ ká ti da building wo lẹ̀ but ọmọ Yorùbá ni ó náà ò fẹ́ Yorùbá nation ó ní kò sí tó kàn gbọ́dọ̀ Yorùbá nation Peter Obi ni. Tí Peter Obi ò bá wá wọlé kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sírú arákùnrin yìí tí Tinubu bá wọlé á fìyà jẹun á fìyà jẹ ni because kò support Tinubu. So we are still going to get the same problem because irú àwọn tó fẹ́ support Peter Obi nísìn tí Peter Obi ò bá wọlé nísìn irú arákùnrin yìí ó máa sá kúrò lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ because MC Olúọmọ àti àwọn terrorists tó gbé sí inú Lagos State wọ́n máa dín pẹ̀lú ẹja gbọ́n tó sọ.
I didn't like to vote for anyone, but it's my own choice, Peter Obi.
Why you choose Peter? Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá lélẹ́yìí o. Ẹ wo ilé tó ń gbé, ẹ wo ilé yẹn bó ṣe rí. Ẹ wá wo ilé tó wà lẹ́yìn yẹn, ẹ rí pé yẹn wà advance díẹ̀. Bí àwọn olówó kan ló ní yẹn bí wọ́n kówó jẹ ni bí wọ́n rówó láti diaspora ni I don't know. But ẹ wo difference ilé tó wà lẹ́yìn yẹn. Kẹ́ compare síbi tárákùnrin tí ń ṣe fídíò pẹ̀lú. Ẹ wo disease tó máa wà nínú environment ibi tẹ́ ń wò yìí. But these are the Yoruba people that are saying Koiki shut up. Peter Obi ló máa wọlé lágbára Ọlọ́run according to them, not me.
He's a young man. It's the head.
Eléyìí nísìkò ó ní is a young man. Ó ní Peter Obi is a young man ọ̀dẹ̀. Ó ní Peter Obi is a young man. But kò mọ̀ pé Peter Obi cannot fix Nigeria because Nigeria unity we are not one.
So to rule this country. Jagabansa. Baba is my friend. Yes, my brother. Also, but because of age, at least plus or minus they are around 80 plus. So they don't have the capacity to rule Nigeria. Need to go for Jagaba. Jagaba kò lè sáré kiri. Tabani kasa ere kò lè jump.
These are the people that disagree with your Yoruba nation and the right to self-determination.
But as a young person, any PVC? Yeah, I have my PVC. I'm voting for Jacaba. Sorry, Labour Party is my president. I'm obedient child. Okay. Labour Party bele wasa.
Yoruba nation. These are telling you, get out. Yoruba nation call Peter Obini. I'm fixing Nigeria. Remembrance days for the army that died.
Some things to just mistake only break memory failure. So there are sometimes so first
memory failure. So the problem is in the way Chetty Peter Obiba wọlé ṣáwọn people yìí máa ní gain nínú Nigeria ibi tí mo fẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn, and the line is now officially open while we wait for your call. Let me play the last part of the video. Koiki ana advice kankan no advice yẹn ẹ lọ lò fúnra yín ní state yín ní local government. Mo kí bàbá lẹ́kìtì dáadáa ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Wọ́n wá ní kí n sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ìyẹn wà very very important. Tí bá dẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yìí torí pé àní láti gbọ́ gbogbo àwọn jágbajàgba ẹ̀ kí ló tún kù tí mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí. There's nothing to talk about when it talks about the okay, we have the first caller. But ẹ fún mi ní ìyá ìjẹ̀bọ̀ ẹ fún mi ní few seconds. Ṣé mo kí mo wà live? Ní sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi ní few seconds. Bàbá Èkìtì ní sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé béèyàn kan bá pè yín pé arákùnrin wa comrade wa tó kú ní ojú ogun la máa pè é torí ojú ogun ni ní Èkó lọ́jọ́ta. Béèyàn kankan bá ní kẹsẹ́ndowó sí èèyàn kan irọ́ ni o. Wọ́n sì ń ṣètò bó ṣe máa gba òkú yẹn. Kẹ́ni kankan má sẹ́ndowó sẹ́ni kankan, not even myself. When the right time comes, the family will be consulted and they will tell you how we can help them. Ẹ má send owó sí anybody o, bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. Ìyá Ìjẹ̀bú ẹ ti wà live pẹ̀lú koikimedia. Èyí ni ìyá tó kọ́kọ́ wọlé ẹ̀dá gbọ́dá.
Ìyá Ìjẹ̀bú sọ bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú.
Ó ga jù, ó lágbára.
Wọ́n ní brain touch. Tí bá ti rí àwọn tó slow, wọ́n need help lórí internet máa ń pè kọjá rẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ní support for Nigeria can never be funded and Nigeria can never continue their back. Because gbogbo wọn kàn tọ́ra wọn ilé ìlú máa ṣe kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe ju pé kí nìyẹn kólúkálukú ara máa lọ nínú rẹ̀ ká lè máa face problem wa. Yes, Yorùbá ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa jà Nàìjíríà àwọn social media wọ́n ti dàrú gbogbo àwọn agitator wọ́n ti bára wọn jà wọ́n ní ẹ jẹ́ ká bára wọn jà. Tábà kọ̀ọ̀kan gba Yorùbá nation a máa jà ilé ẹlẹ́wọ̀n la máa kọ́kọ́ kọ́ ọ̀tí kò sọ fún ẹ. Tábà gba Yorùbá nation a kọ́kọ́ kọ́ ilé ẹlẹ́wọ̀n káàkiri kò state. Ẹni tó bá ti ń fún ní owó tó ìjẹ́ tó ti ń fún ní owó tó tún wá pọ̀ lójú kan ẹ̀wọ̀n ní sípèsì. Because Nàìjíríà ti sọ gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà pátápátá ó ti sọ wọ́n di ritualist. Ẹbí ò trust ẹbí mọ́. Koiki.
Mo gbọ́ yẹn.
Location 1, location 9. Mo lọ sọ fún wọn ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì. Mo ní ìdàgbàsókè. Pásítọ̀ mẹ́fà lè tó lé lórí pé mo lọ sọ. Ẹ wá bá mi pé ìbá mi kò ní. Pásítọ̀ mẹ́fà tó lé lórí lé.
Torí èèyàn ọmọ bíi tíyàn máa lọ jẹun níbi kan tó bá yẹ kó ti fi nǹkan sí pé àǹtí yìí ìgbé akétẹ̀ rí passport tó mú wáyé kébì náà fi sáré wọ́n lè má fi olú wá sí UK bọ́kọ́tẹ̀ ló lọ sí ìlú kan.
Koiki ṣé wọ́n sẹ́yìn kìíní sí ẹ àwọn ẹni tó fi omi òkú tó lè jẹun lẹ́sùn àti Nàìjíríà lájẹ.
Mo ì tí rí yẹn.
Lọ omi òkú ti bá sẹ́yìn ẹ̀ sí ẹ̀ máa ń tẹ̀lé omi òkú ó ní wọ́n ṣe èso wọ́n lò pé àwọn ló ń gba omi òkú tán ní mọ́ṣúárì àwọn ń gba omi òkú.
Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Kábíyèsí ẹ̀. Mo gbọ́ kan náà tọ́nà máa ń tẹ ẹja bá ẹja nìyẹn máa ń ṣe mo gbọ́ yẹn nínú rédíò. Yàyàyàyà àwọn ọkùnrin ta ló ń jẹ pẹpẹ súpù ẹlẹ́ja tẹ bá ti lọ́lé. Ṣé ìyá mi ìyá Ìjẹ̀bú ṣe mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ rò pé Fúlàní nìkan là ń dì pẹ̀lú but internal problem ṣì wà. Ẹ mọ̀ pé woman tó jí gbé ní Abẹ́òkúta tó ní prayer principal ni mo wo fídíò kan tí woman yẹn wọ́n ti rí woman yẹn padà. Woman yẹn ní ẹ̀yin náà ti rí inú Abẹ́òkúta ló ti jí gbé ó dẹ̀ bá rẹ̀ ní bí Àkúrẹ́ àbíbì kan lọ́nà ti bá rẹ̀ after 2 o'clock lọ́sàn-án bí wọ́n lò ló dájí ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ gbogbo yín mà. ẹ mọ̀ kọ́ bá nígbà tí wọ́n bá ti sùn sínú mọ́tò tí ọlọ́pàá máa béèrè pé ta ló sùn yẹn ni. àní Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́.
inú yẹn ò ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn èèyàn lè gẹ̀ẹ́tì ẹ̀ gbogbo bí títà gbogbo àwọn títà ṣe bá wọn jà sí àwọn tó ń ta Yorùbá nìkan.
Gbọ́dọ̀ tí lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tó ti sọ pé mass burial and support Tinubu ìyẹn kàn ń ṣe hashtag wọ́n ń support Tinubu ìyẹn bad news yẹn la máa fẹ́ gbé bad news.
ẹ má má dá gbogbo wọn lóhùn èmi sì yìí àtẹ̀kọ́ òdílé fún ìrànwọ́ Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti fi ṣe mọ́ nínú ìgbà. òdílé fún ìrànwọ́ wọ́n ti fi ṣòfò owó pé wọ́n lówó hundred naira gbogbo yẹn wọ́n tún ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn ní o wọ́n máa ń kọ́ wà tí wọ́n kú ti jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń ta fún àwọn aláàfáà owó táwọn Yorùbá ókè tẹ bá fún àwọn èèyàn lówó yẹn nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ wọn àwọn tó fún àwọn lówó yẹn ò lè ti lárí.
Wàhálà wà o.
to help people in Nigeria
is a problem. ẹ ṣe gan ìyàwó ọmọ lára for the.
look at that house inú ilé yẹn gbogbo oyin ti dé yọ nínú ilé yẹn inú ilé yẹn was sickness fún èèyàn bí mo ṣe rí ilé yẹn tó ju gbogbo ẹ̀ ti lọ púpọ̀ mo máa tó gbé nílé ẹ̀kọ́ headwife wọn ò lè gbádùn lóyè wọn ò lè gbádùn. wọn ò lè gbádùn a lè sọ fún wọn à ń sọ fún wọn pé kì í ṣe bí ẹbí láti ṣe rí àwọn tá à ń jà ní abroad àwọn comfortable.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni wàhálà tá a ti ṣe sílé owó tá a ti invest sílé òun ló ń lọ lọ́nkàn yẹn a lè rí returns kò sí returns kankan.
ẹ máa tọkọ ní kó ọ̀dà ìyá àlè lọ́bẹ̀ kọ́ má bàa kidnap wa àgbélẹ̀ tó máa rán
ibi tó bá lè ṣe dé.
ibi tó bá lè tó wá lọ wọ́n ti fi hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì yẹn jì wọ́n kó sọ pé tí ìlú yẹn ò bá pín mi ò lè bá wọn lọ sí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì.
kí ẹ má lọ fọwọ́ rẹ̀ tó lọ́wọ́ máa fi wàhálà. so ìbéèrè tí àwọn Yorùbá tó ń sọ̀pọ̀tì àtẹ̀sọ̀pọ̀ àwọn kan tẹ̀sọ̀pọ̀tì Tinubu lórí àwọn tó tún sọ̀pọ̀tì Peter Obi yẹn nísìnyí ṣé wọ́n ṣì ń rí prospect pé Nàìjíríà máa ṣiṣẹ́ ni táwọn ò rí ni àbí báwo.
wọ́n kò yé wọn ní ìwọ́n tí wọ́n jáde kò yé wọn tí yé Nàìjíríà wọ́n fi pè Peter Obi ló lè ṣe ìlú yẹn ti bàjẹ́ ju pé Peter Obi lè ṣe lọ wọ́n fún Peter Obi 20 ó máa ń pọ̀ bọ́ sí Faro.
Délé Fárótìmí ẹ̀gbọ́n wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Délé Fárótìmí mo lọ́ọ̀ kò bọ́ ẹ̀ ó ní kó kó Délé 1 million ní kò lè ṣe Nàìjíríà. But deep down wọn ò lè sọ pé àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ wẹ́n kò lè sá.
bí wọ́n ń bẹ̀rù náà lè blame wọn náà torí pé Délé Fárótìmí sì fẹ́ ó fẹ́ wà relevant ó fẹ́ máa appear lórí Arise TV channel so ó gbọ́dọ̀ wà very careful some of the alternatives but àmọ́ tó ń sọ nínú ilé ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn colleagues ẹ̀.
I don't blame people that are agitating for the values because the country is not working. People more like the journalists.
Rafiu tó wà lórí Arise yóò ṣe nìyẹn tẹ bá rí tó máa ń post sórí Twitter Tinubu ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ indirectly o Tinubu ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ indirectly Tinubu ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀.
Tinubu sọ pé òun ṣe èkó Fárótì ní pé òun ṣe èkó.
ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mú lọ sí memory lane mo èmi náà rí i.
bẹ́ẹ̀ sickness yà abroad.
ok.
àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ò lè lọ sí Nàìjíríà sickness yẹ kó rí pọ̀ yà abroad tó lẹ̀ lóye kò sí hospital tí wọ́n kò mọ́lẹ̀ àtẹ́ǹtì.
ẹ ṣe gan ni ìyá Ìjẹ̀bú ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́ látẹ̀lẹ́ lómi ọlọ́run bá aṣọ yín lọ aṣọ yín padà àwọn ti di dandan by fire by force ni ẹ ṣe gan ni thank you so much. mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá wa ẹ̀yin uncles mi nọ́mbà tí a máa fi bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ fún wákàtí kan náà nítorí ẹ mọ̀ fáwọn ọmọ wa ń lọ school lọ́la so a lè pẹ́ púpọ̀ orúkọ tèmi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí koikimedia ibi tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí lẹ́ni ó bá sórí intí ẹ̀gbọ́n wa kan pè tó ní puppet tó wà nínú ilé àti puppet tó wà níta òun la wá fi ṣe program lẹ́ni tí mo fi wá kọ́nẹ̀ pé Nigeria is gain for the western world kí ló wá jẹ́ gain ní tàwa níta àtàwọn tó wà nínú ilé ẹ bá wa dá sí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ tí yín náà mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i lẹ́ni Black Sunday kan ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Catholic Diocese of Minna and the Kafin Koro Daniel Reverend Father Isaac Achi has been burnt into ashes wọ́n sún rẹ́kẹ́rẹ́kẹ́ wọ́n sún jágajàga ó ní láti wá sí bíbá ẹ̀kọ́ wá sọ pé ibì kan la fẹ́ lọ jó nǹkan kan ní unnecessary ibi tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe ibi tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe olúkálùkù lọ máa ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn colleagues ẹ̀ ìbíbà ẹni pé kápọ̀ gbéra wa ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìyànjú ní ìtẹ̀síwájú Yorùbá nation ká dẹ̀ má mikàn ká má fòyà ẹgbọ́n sókè tó ń pè wá mo save nọ́mbà àdèmọ̀bẹ́ ọkùnrin àbọ̀bìnrin ni.
ẹ ká lẹ́ Mr. Koiki.
Ìyá ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́mí wa ló tún pè lé lórí méjì ẹ káàbọ̀ mọ́.
ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun.
èmi ni ẹ̀wọ̀n.
ọlọ́túbọ̀ fún ilé okun àti agbára.
àmì ìyẹn tó pọ̀ rẹ̀
tọ́tọ́. ṣé bí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ní ẹgbẹ́ ti sọ pé àwa Yorùbá ó máa ń pààyàn lẹ́kùn ẹ wò pé ṣé wọ́n fi ṣe wá ni. nítorí àwọn tó jà wọ́n ní wọ́n torí ọ̀jà jájà ọ̀jà sọ pé ta ló ń jà lẹ́kùnlé àwọn tó yẹ kó bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń pòwé yẹn. àwọn dìdá tó nǹkan kan wọ́n torí wọn jà àwọn bọ́lẹ̀ máa rí tó máa sọ pé olóṣèlú làwọn ń bá lọ. èmi àti dọ́tà mi àsọ wọ́n sọ pé báwọn Yorùbá ṣe ń sọ pé àwọn tó ń yìí ká tó sọ pé àwọn ń bá olóṣèlú lọ èlé làwọn fẹ́ lò. mo ní dísàgbẹ́ pé ńgbà tí wọ́n bá padà dé o wọ́n á máa tọrọ owó lọ́wọ́ yín wọ́n máa sọ fún yín pé ẹjọ́ ṣàríyé báyìí. nǹkan tó yẹ kán ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe é sì wọ́n ní ṣe Yorùbá nation tó yẹ kán jẹ́ kán jọ gbáradì wọ́n ní ṣe àwọn tó jẹ́ pé tó bá dìbò fún olóṣèlú tán àdéhùn òdìdè mo ń sọ fún àwọn ọkọ̀ mo ní Tinubu iṣẹ́ ẹ̀mọ́ rí mi tó mọ̀ yìí bí sóòtì ẹ̀mọ́ fẹ́ kú torí ti tòun tó bá débẹ̀ lọ́la ṣé ó ẹ lè dé bọ́dí náà abẹ́lẹ̀ jẹ́ níbi àìbí tó ti ẹ̀sùn mọ́ ibi tó jẹ́ ti tí wọ́n ní tẹnitẹni èkìtà ń ta ètùtà tán Yorùbá nation tó jẹ́ ti ń gan kẹ́ ẹ gbà á kí gbogbo àjọ kúrò nínú ìnira yẹn ní ó ti ẹ̀fẹ́ ṣe àbí kẹ́ ẹ máa tẹ̀ láwọn olóṣèlú kiri they have nothing to offer them wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ wọ́n fi èlò ra ìbò lọ́wọ́ wọ́n fi indomie méjì àti àwọn nǹkan tí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń kójọ tí ò pé 2000 wọ́n máa pàkẹ́ sínú green bag wọ́n máa gbé fún wọn wọ́n á gba PPC lọ́wọ́ wọn. ẹ wá jẹ́ ká ṣe Yorùbá nation wọ́n nírọ́. mo kàn wò ó fẹ́ máa gbà ẹkún gan pé bóyá ṣé nǹkan mi wà lọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá ni. ṣé wọ́n fi ṣe wá ní kí ló dé láti ẹ̀ lè jókòó ká ronú ká ro ọkà ẹ̀ṣẹ́ àwa tá a bá tẹ̀ ti jẹ́ pé àti wọ́n ti dàgbà díẹ̀ táyà ti mọ bí ìgbádùn ṣe wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́lẹ̀ láyé Awólọ́wọ̀ àti láyé kìíní ó yẹ tó bá ṣe ìwà tó dẹ̀ ṣe ń fọ́ lówó Nàìjíríà ìka ó ṣe pé ìka nìkan sorry to use the vulgar word òpònú ni nítorí ìwọ tó bá jẹ́ pé o ka free education tó wá rí bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe wà ń sìn tí wọ́n ń sọ́fà ó yẹ kí ó pa ẹ́ lẹ́kún pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ìgbà kan nìlú gbogbo company tí wọ́n nígbà yẹn tí ojú àti òpè ti parun ojú investment tí ó olùwà glass yó gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe ribiribi láyé western region gbogbo ẹ̀dá sìn gbogbo ẹ̀ ti parun ó ń pa àwọn tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n dàgbà díẹ̀ ó tó pààyàn lẹ́kún tó bá jẹ́ pààyàn lẹ́kún bọ̀tí àwọn tí ó jẹ́ pé this generation tẹ̀ fi hàn pé òkè ká educate wọn pé báyìí ni they are not ready to listen wọ́n làwọn fẹ́ tẹ̀lé bẹ́ẹ̀ eléyìí school wọn rí lọ strike yẹn asun strike lẹ́yìn ó strike lọ́la kò sí nǹkan kan tá a fẹ́ gbà ní Nàìjíríà ìyà náà dé la fẹ́ máa jẹ tí a ò bá ti bọ́ kúrò ká lọ sí ètò jẹ́ tiwa gangan a jẹ́ pé ó sì tẹ̀ wá lọ́rùn ká sì máa jìyà yẹn lọ.
ìyà yìí ṣáà ni.
èmi á gbà ọ́ because ìyà tó wà ní Nàìjíríà kì í ṣe kékeré kò ṣe small thing at all kò ṣe small thing at all ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó ń ta ilé tó ń ta tọ̀ àwọn ọmọlẹ́ máa rí tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ there were people have been oppressed like èèyàn kan sọ fún mi pé ṣé pé mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n lọ bá gbogbo àwọn ìyá lọ́jà ní Lagos wọ́n sọ fún wọn pé tí wọ́n bá sọ mí wọ́n máa
ènìyàn parọ́ òtítọ́ lẹ́ni yẹn sọ.
wọ́n máa ti ṣọ́ọ̀bù ọba tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ lọ ṣe rálì wọ́n sọ fún ọ pé tí wọ́n bá wá ní pé tán bá ti padà dé níjọ ọmọ ìtàn bá lọ fún rálì ìsábà.
ọmọ adé pẹ̀lú wọn ni.
àbí kí wọ́n gba 5,000 fine lọ́wọ́ wọn. they are being oppressed. báwo ni mo ṣe máa fowó ara mi ra ṣọ́ọ̀bù tí mo gba ṣọ́ọ̀bù tẹ̀ máa sọ pé ó ti o ní freedom láti ṣe nǹkan tó bá wù mí.
lawless country ní Nàìjíríà.
ẹ̀wọ̀n bí àyẹ̀ ṣe pọ̀ tó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá Yorùbá ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tí mo kàn gbàdúrà pé kọ́lọ̀ ń jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tá a bá take destiny wá sí ọwọ́ ara wa àmọ́ pé this thing we need it a need ẹ̀ náà tá a bá tó rẹ̀ ti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ wa ìmọ̀ bóyá opportunity ni tó bá ti
Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó bọ́ lọ́wọ́ wa àdúrà
Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó bọ́ lọ́wọ́ wa lágbára Ọlọ́run àdúrà la máa gbọ̀kọ̀ ní bọ́ọ̀lù ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó yẹ káà náà ṣe ká ṣe ìgbà míì tí n bá wo tàwọn Biafra mo máa ẹ́ẹ̀dì wọn lóòótọ́ àwọn náà ní àwọn lásìkò wọn ṣùgbọ́n àwọn.
Látọ̀dọ̀ mọ́mí wa ní bíi network.
Yàtọ̀ sí àwa lórí àpèṣe là á ṣe bí erémọdé à á ṣe bí ẹni pé erémọdé ni àdèmẹ́ pé nǹkan tó nípọn la gbé dání nǹkan tó lágbára ni kọ́lọ́hún jọ kó gbà wá káwa kan ká dẹ̀ rí pé nǹkan tó lágbára gbé dání ká dẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe láṣeyọjú gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ pé ìgbà bí mo máa ń sọ fún àìmáṣe sọ pé agbára yìí kí lè ṣe ètò tẹ́lù fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nígbà pé mi ò lágbára bọ́tà àwọn kan tẹ́ pé wọ́n ní ṣèṣe làgbà good ẹ jẹ́ ká lo kíní yìí nǹkan tí Yorùbá tó fi máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká lò ká fi ṣẹ́gun irú ẹni àwọn ọlọ́pàá sọ pé kí ẹ fọhùn fún ẹ sọ fún wọn ẹ fún wọn lóhùn òkè ẹ kọjú ìjà síra ẹ máa bára yín jẹ pé ìbọn yín sílẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ nọra yín lánàá pa.
Àtẹ̀mọ́ tó gba àwọn agbára yẹn wà bí ó rí bóyá kò dẹ̀ sí mọ́ ni kò yé hàn.
Ó ní náà ni orin tako kò yé bìkọ́ tó káwọn agbára ẹ̀fà ẹ dáhùn pé àmì ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀rọ yẹn lákèké ẹ̀ náà gbogbo nǹkan sí wọn káwọn ilé ìjọba jáde gbogbo náà.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n agbára yẹn sí mọ́ ni.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ kí lè ṣe wá tá a lò wọ́n ó dẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ sọ pé ìwọ náà wòlíì ni àwọn wòlíì ní báìbù àwọn orúkọ ìgbà tí wọ́n sà. Ibo ni gbogbo agbára wòlíì yẹn wà kọ́tà ayé ẹ̀ jẹ́ ká fi jà ká fi gbára wa sílẹ̀ ọlọ́ọ̀jọ́ kó kún wa.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni grandma ẹ bá ń kí àwọn ọmọ ọdún wa thank you so much ẹ ṣé gan ni ma thank you so much ẹ ṣé gan ni. Àwọn ìyá wa ló kọ́kọ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní Mr. Koiki bọ́rọ̀ yìí ṣe ń lọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ó dà ń pé wọ́n mú ní ọkàn dáadáa wọn ní tinú ẹ̀ mú gbọ́n yàrá àwa ni ẹ pẹ̀lú ọgbọ́n Ọlọ́run. Àmín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni rí bí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bó ìwà important tó kò tó mú US tó ṣù sí Èkó fún sáìtì tẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sọ.
Wọ́n ṣe sí Àbújá ṣùgbọ́n Àbújá ní capital of Nigeria.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ìlú náà lọ sí capital city.
Okay.
Importance ilẹ̀ Yorùbá òun lè rí yẹn.
Okay.
And ọ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan tó mean tí Yorùbá nation tó bá dúró ọmọ pé Yorùbá nation will never be a dumping ground. Ìtayín lásán ìtayín ọ̀yẹ́ import ìtayín ni. Nígbà tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ̀sán import rẹ̀. Kíndẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti pa ẹ̀ńdọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ yọ̀ kíta ní tó jẹ́ kí ní industry function.
Okay.
Àti kí tẹ gbogbo ọ̀gá tètè bọ́ ta ẹni bá lòun ń ṣe bá lọ sí pé ọlọ́ ṣe náà documentation kọ́ máa ṣe documentation náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kó máa dá lọ.
Lójú ni pé ká bọ́ sí sàkàtà pé àgbàmọ́ ọ̀ lè pa wá tán.
Kò possible.
Lágbá Ọlọ́run lè pa wá tán ọ̀tẹ̀ ìdílé wa pa.
Àmín.
So gbogbo ilé tá à ń ṣe rí àwọn ọmọ youth gangan ọ̀rọ̀ ìrànlọ́wọ́. Ẹ wo ọmọ tí mo ní wá bá tí mo fún yín ní nọ́mbà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Gbòòrò Fúlàní S-man.
Gbogbo fúláàgì tí mo ṣe yẹn wọn kó síbì kan ni. Ó lóun pe àwọn ará òun ó ní ọ̀jẹ̀ rẹ́dí ó ní òṣèlú náà bá lọ. Mo dẹ̀ ra ń wò jẹ́ jẹ́ mi. Ní ìsà àwọn ọmọ tó máa ránṣẹ́ síyàn pé àwọn fẹ́ ra oúnjẹ sí àwọn ẹ̀fọ́ àwọn ọmọ olówó tó yẹ máa fi 50,000 nìkan ránṣẹ́. Gbogbo yẹn 50 days. Torí èmi ni wọ́n tí mo wà bíbí ìgbéyànjẹ lẹ́kẹ̀ẹ́jẹ máa gba owó lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ṣé láwọn yẹn káwọn máa fún un? Bẹ̀kú tó ń lọ́jú mò ń ṣe bẹ̀tọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ àfiṣe ìpéjì èèyàn ń ṣàánú àwọn. Ọ̀dẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ṣàánú àwọn. Àní àwọn olóyìnbó dẹ̀ kúwe. Wọ́n ní ojú ọ̀run ló ń fẹ́ pẹ̀lú bá fẹ́ pa rẹ̀.
Those that help themselves.
Àdéhùn ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ máa ń sọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni wọ́n ìfẹ́ fẹ́ sọ gangan náà nìyẹn.
Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa nǹkan tó ní yóò wọn lọ́ra wọlé. And they believe in short cut. Ọ̀nà owó sí short cut kankan rárá.
Kò sí short cut.
Ìpínlẹ̀ púpọ̀ mi ni pé ká ní kí ìjọba kan dé kó ṣe àwọn èèyàn ṣe kí ṣe mi dẹ̀ ní wọ́ọ̀rì. Àní àwọn Fúlàní kan fi pa ilẹ̀ wa. Àwọn tó jẹ́ ti wa yẹn ló fún mi kọ̀ sáyẹn jù. Ọlọ́run ìwọ̀nba àwọn ará lè sọ pé ó yá. Ọlọ́run á kún wa. Àwọn tó support yẹn Ọlọ́run á fi ọ̀nà míì After one, don't want to support, but we should not relent our efforts. And going to keep long, man tells anybody more, but you could conduce it.
No, tells anybody, I program learning. Tells anybody. Listen. Ben.
So please, I appreciate you.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré wo àwòrán yìí tí wọ́n fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi.
Please save me. You won't let me. You can get 100 $100. You will get your own money. If it means you're going to borrow it, no problem. Thank you. For my sake, for the sake of your children. Please. Pray that God will help you.
This is not a matter of like this, Mama. Tell her how to raise the money.
I said you can basically 100 people to trust on 1 million. Money will be correct. Or if you can just go to the bank and follow the name and add to it. Please, you have friends that can do their collateral to just raise the money and bring it. So that they have been nice to us. Since Friday, they have been nice to us, to tell the truth. Please.
Well, these are what is happening in Nigeria today, where people get kidnapped. Sometimes it's not the Fulanese, but that's an internal problem that we deal with quickly when we have a system that is working. But today, everybody has become trapped in Nigeria. And it's now just coming up to 9:22 p.m. It's Sunday, January 15, 2023. Number complete is not a thing back up. Don't worry.
Question of the who benefit Nigeria?
Ben.
Visitor ni àlejò.
Okay.
Àlejò yẹn lè jẹ́ British, ó lè jẹ́ America, ó lè jẹ́ EU, ó lè jẹ́ Chinese, ó lè jẹ́ Arab. Àlejò ló gbọ́dọ̀ ní.
Okay.
That is why ẹ bá rí pé àwọn armed forces wà. Wọ́n build wọn to protect Nigeria. Ẹ̀bìrì who is Nigeria. Àwọn èèyàn tó fọ́ọ̀mù ẹ̀ ní armed forces wà. Àwọn èèyàn tó fọ́ọ̀mù Nigeria náà ń list sí. That's why I say àlejò bá wà Nàìjíríà, àlejò lè ṣe kó bá dé Nàìjíríà, kó bá dé ọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá yẹn á jù wọ́n lẹ̀. Á fi àwọn àtàjọ́ títí àfiwá sẹ́wọ̀n. Ọkọ̀ ìgbà máa lọ ká gbàgbé rẹ̀. Ṣẹ́ni ó ìgbà ká bá jí níbi tá à ń sùn. Ó yẹ kí Yorùbá sọ pé look, mi fẹ́ yọra mi kúrò Nàìjíríà ni, mi ń ṣe Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ àyọra wa kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀. Because à ń lọ wájú ká tó join Nàìjíríà yìí, a join Nàìjíríà yìí, a lọ́bì kankan mọ́. A lọ́bì kankan. Ẹkún ló kàn fún wa. Ẹ̀yin náà sọ sí. Armed forces ẹ̀pìràyè kí ni wọ́n ti ṣe fún Yorùbá, fún Igbo, fún Hausa láti gbà wọ́n ti wà establish ẹgbẹ́lẹ́jà àbíra wa gbọ́ kàtí ẹ̀ wò. Bọ̀ ẹ lọ sí àwọn ìlú tí wọ́n ń pè ní orílẹ̀-èdè. Wọ́n máa sọ history of armed forces wọn fún wọn dáadáa. Ẹ jẹ́ ń bí Yorùbá. Nínú àwọn Yorùbá sójà tó jà Biafra war yẹn. Who is the first Yoruba man to shoot the gun? Kó bá jẹ́ pé àka education tó jẹ́ pé àwa produce ara wa, ó yẹ ká mọ̀ as inú education náà wà. So gbogbo nǹkan tó ń gbé fún wa it's just a confusion. Olóńfà gàfi tọrọ wo ò ṣe yíra wa. Èmi ní a máa wò bí èpè awólẹ̀. Nígbà míì kò ń ṣe èpè awólẹ̀. It's because àwa kan àìtí ìdádúró. Kí ni armed forces wá ti ṣe kí wọ́n unite Yorùbá kó jẹ́ pé ó protect Yorùbá, ó protect Hausa, ó protect Igbo, wọ́n á ní Biafra war lọ́wọ́ jà. Really? Ṣé Biafra war yẹn ló unite Nigeria military tí ó lè yí kẹta? Because Biafra béèrè pé ọ̀hún mọ́ Nàìjíríà, ọ̀hún fẹ́ dá dúró ni. Because who is Nigeria? èèyàn ló fọ́ọ̀mù ní ọ̀là nǹkan tí Ìgbò ti rí làwa Yorùbá ṣe ń rí sí díẹ̀díẹ̀ àṣẹ ń rí sí àdẹ̀ka ìwé àdẹ̀nínọ́lẹ̀ jù wọ́n lọ bá ṣe máa sọ àwa la kọ́kọ́ ṣe lè àwa la kọ́kọ́ ṣe lè àwa ni the first reverend àwa ni the first pastor. Ọlọ́run ẹ bá wo Nàìjíríà yìí mo sì bá pọ́psí mi tọ̀rọ̀ ní pọ́psí mi kò mú bí election ṣe bí wọ́n ṣe ń campaign.
Magic in election Nàìjíríà magic ni ẹ káàbọ̀ Ọ̀túnba Adékúnlé.
Wọ́n ní kò sí kankan.
It is well.
Gbogbo Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ ká wo ẹ jẹ́ ká tún dá wa. Àpọ̀fíìdì lè sí. Tó bá jẹ́ ìlú yìí ni tàbá mọ̀ òkè sí àlè sọ pé òkè Mr. Gogi láti ẹ̀mú Ìjẹ̀bú. Ta sọ pé gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́dẹ tó lọ jà ní ogun tí Ìjẹ̀bú jà rí. Gbogbo ọlọ́dẹ kó bá wà bẹ̀ wọ́n jáde. Màá fẹ́ sọ pé àfọ gbogbo òlú yẹn ló máa fẹ́ léyàn kó jáde bẹ̀. Ẹbí Nàìjíríà àti àpọ̀sì ṣe ó wà fọ́. Àwọn mílítì tó kò dẹ́ẹ̀tì àti ẹ̀ dàbí pé wọ́n ṣe kankan. Because Nàìjíríà ò ṣe tiwa. Orúkọ kan ní ìwé mi and because education system òyìnbó àti religion system tá à ń tẹ̀lé ìlú jẹ́ ká ṣe máa ríra wa bí Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká break gbogbo kìíní. Àmọye ìlú tí ò ṣe ẹ̀sìn kankan ṣọ́lọ́wọ̀n ń gbàdúrà wọn. Ṣọ́lọ́wọ̀n ń gbàdúrà wọn. Ó gbọ́. Kí ni gbogbo láti ṣẹ̀sìn 100 years kò gbé wa lọ́bì kankan àti ṣe education òyìnbó a ní scientist wọn science a ní professor wọn professor.
Ẹ ṣe gan-an torí àsìkò ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ewa I appreciate you and for the contribution. Yoruba nation is our future. May God protect our land and may God bless Yoruba nation. But ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ crime kankan náà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú Yorùbá land. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo fídíò yìí just for 2 minutes, no call for the time being. Woman tó kidnap ní Abẹ́òkúta òun ni Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí a má rírú ẹ̀ but irọ́ la pa tá a bá ń sọ pé Ọlọ́run má jà rírú ẹ̀ àkàntàn àwa ni ẹja wo fídíò yẹn wọ́n ń sọ experience tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ kó tó di pé she got rescued. How? I don't know.
Agosayan. Agosayan ẹ̀ mọ̀jú sáà náà láti. Ẹ sọ fún. Mo sọ fún Débóyè dà. Débóyè.
Ọba máa wí, ọba máa rò ó ṣáàjì kò sí. Yìí lèmi gan fi gbà wípé téèyàn bá sin Ọlọ́run kò lè jogún òfò. No matter what, kò lè jogún òfò because ṣo lówó lọ́wọ́ mi lówó lọ́wọ́ mo ṣí báàgì mi báìbù mi náà rí lókè. Yes. Bàtọ́ dẹ̀ máa di ìrọ̀lẹ́. Ta ló ní kẹ́ lọ gbélé ìwà ẹ bójú ẹ ṣe ń ṣe ẹ fi sọ́tọ̀. Hallelujah. Téèyàn bá dìrọ̀ mọ́ Ọlọ́run kò lè pàdánù láàyè. Àìmọye àwọn èèyàn ló wà ní. I met Sunday and I left Sunday. Unknown destination. Yes, ibi tí mi mọ̀ rí. Ṣé mo kí n kàn wọ mọ́tò? Because me like my late débi iṣẹ́. Ọmọ tó máa gbé mi ò dẹ̀ sí nílé. Mi like my late. Ọmọ tó máa gbé mi ò dẹ̀ sí nílé. Wọ́n á wò pé because tí ilẹ̀ bá fi mọ́ yàn ní lè jẹ́.
Àwa ní solid rock bank ìjọ níjẹta ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ náà ń sọ wípé obìnrin yẹn yóò bá jẹ́ number 1 àjẹ́ number 2 ní school.
Ìkejì tí mo máa wọ̀ náà ni ọkùnrin kan jókòó sí ẹ̀yìn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ jókòó síwájú sí driver mo dẹ̀ wọlé. That is just the last thing tí màá rí ni after 2 yẹn tí mo lajú.
The last thing to remember nígbà tó wọnú mọ́tò nídàájí after 2 that was the last thing she remembered. Ẹja gbọ́ ìtókù tó sọ.
Ní ọ̀sán after 2 ọ̀sán yes.
And where was that?
Wow. Gbólóhùn tí mo kàn sọ nìyẹn. Kí n sáré mẹ́sẹ̀jì àwọn tí mo bá ń bẹ̀ ní wọ́n bá gba fóònù yẹn lọ́wọ́ yín wọ́n máa fọ́ mọ́lẹ̀ ní.
So kò ń ṣe woman yìí nìkan ló wà níbẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n fi máa gbé woman yìí, nígbà tó máa fi gbé débi tí wọ́n ti gbé, bí àwọn Yorùbá ló gbé, definitely there's probability because àwọn tó bá níbẹ̀ sọ pé tó bá gba fóònù lọ́wọ́ yín, ṣe rí gbogbo àwọn crime tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ó ń lọ lójoojúmọ́ nínú Nàìjíríà on a daily basis. Ẹni tó bá kàn ló mọ̀. How they are going to solve all this problem? Fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń sọ pé election máa wá solve problem yìí pẹ̀lú constitution o, because the constitution does not guarantee us a police in our state. Gbogbo police force tó wà ní Nàìjíríà lélẹ̀ ní gbogbo state wa, Abuja ni order ti wá. Lótìtọ́ ẹni commissioner for police, lótìtọ́ ẹni DSP, ẹni this and that, but order gangan àti òkè ló ti ń wá. Ẹja gbọ́ díẹ̀ sínú fídíò yẹn. Woman yìí survive ẹ̀. Àwọn tó kù tó wà lọ́hùn kọ́, ṣáwọn ọmọ Ọlọ́run ni, ṣáwọn tó kù yẹn ò kì í pe Ọlọ́run, wọ́n ń pe Ọlọ́run. But gbogbo nǹkan tí àwa Yorùbá mọ̀ dáadáa náà ni pé ká pe Ọlọ́run, which is very good, kò sí nǹkan kan tó wrong nínú ẹ̀. Ká pe Ọlọ́run, ká bẹ Ọlọ́run. But ṣé bó ṣe máa lọ lóòrèkóòrè tí wọ́n ti wọ̀ fún ọmọ Yorùbá ní opportunity? Because the 1999 constitution, òun ni àwọn tí wọ́n fi wá jẹ president máa lò. 1999 constitution, òun náà ni wọ́n máa wá lò. So I'm just about half an hour. I'm not going to go more than 10 o'clock. Kódà àgọ́ kò yẹ kí n lọ tó yẹn because the program is already almost 3 hours. So we'll probably say just less than 10 minutes. Ẹ má bínú, calls ò ní lè wọlé mọ́ because I need to wind down. Because it's late and the children are already getting ready for bed. Let us not give up. Let us not lose hope. Yoruba like story, Sha. You escaped death, but how about the others that were killed? Ẹni tó bá kàn ló mọ̀ ni. Òun escape. Àwọn tó kù, nobody knows what happened to them. Ẹ̀rí mẹ́sẹ̀gì bàbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan tí ó wà lókè yẹn kò ṣe lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀kan àwọn platform ọkùnrin. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ dìde, ẹja dìde. Tá a bá dìde, kò sẹ́ni kankan tó máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Àwa la gbọ́dọ̀ ràn wá lọ́wọ́. I think we can still take maybe 3 calls. As you may not know, because if not, it will take me past the 3 hours. Mo nà fẹ́ kó kọjá 3 hours precisely. So I only have about 8 minutes. Mo ń wo 9:30, but kí n máa wo clock orí OBS. As we're moving into the new week, what will be my advice fún gbogbo àwọn different platforms and groups? Let us remain adamant. Kí ni mo mean by that? Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn strategy kan wà? Ó dà ń pé ó máa ń tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn pé ká lọ sí programs, ká lọ máa sọ gbogbo àwọn strategy yẹn. But àti implement ẹ̀, àfi ṣe yẹn. Àtẹnumí náà, àtẹ̀yìn o, mo kó gbogbo ara papọ̀ ní o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ló easy láti sọ. Àti activate ẹ̀, ó dà ń pé òun ló ń prove difficult. We have the Yoruba territory that we can make ungovernable for the state government and the federal. And everybody knows that that is the only way our attention to the world will be heard. But apart from that, the engagement of people that wants to continue with the discussion, Kamashi seminar, Kamashi Kinikon, I am not interested in all that. Does not mean that Baba Fishe program is worth bringing it on our platform. I will bring it. Just as Egboti Comrade Victor Taiwo sọ nínú Intimoka díẹ̀ fún yín. We love this kind of conversation. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan fún yín. Bí àwọn ọba tó máa tẹ̀lé yín, bí a 3, 4, 5, bí àwọn baálẹ̀ tó máa tẹ̀lé yín bí àwọn máa ju mẹ́wàá lọ bóyá second class ọba tó máa tẹ̀lé yín bí àwọn máa ju mẹ́wàá lọ gbogbo àwọn tó kù they are not interested for Nigeria to break up. So if anybody is thinking that ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá máa jẹ́ kí Nigeria kò break lórí wọn ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa, they will not allow Nigeria to break on their head. It does not matter who of the kings mo kúkú dárúkọ wọn. Ẹ lọ round sí gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ìwọ náà díjú ẹ lọ sójú ọrùn díẹ̀ kẹ́ wá wò pé ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wo a ní wọn ní different categories. Bá ṣe ní irú bàbá mi ìlànà UK mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn for their support that I just received and we appreciate it on our platform. Bàbá wa Báṣegun is doing some videos, short videos. Hopefully maybe tomorrow màá mú díẹ̀ wá nínú ẹ̀ lórí YouTube page wọn. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ń follow wọn lórí Twitter ẹ lè follow wọn náà lórí Twitter àwọn náà wà lórí Twitter. I think his name on Twitter is Báṣegun if I'm right. Báṣegun ló ń jẹ́ yeah Báṣegun 1 fẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá fẹ́ follow wọn lórí Twitter. I will send that to the comment section now. Ẹ má bínú, I cannot take any more calls because I'm going to wind down now. Saheed Balogun Moriembe and the rest of you that have joined us on all the platforms across. Sherry, mo fẹ́ lọ mú kan lára nǹkan tó sọ nínú comment wọn kan. Èèyàn kan béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn, wọ́n wá ń dá lóhùn. Let me show you the background of that quickly so that Khalid ní view in tí mò ń wò. If you're wondering the kind of software that we broadcast, it's called OBS. It's a very good one, but you must have a very good internet to operate. Mo fi lọ mú nǹkan tí Báṣegun sọ wá. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn ọba wa, wọ́n ní right láti activate Yorùbá nation. Àdé ìjẹ́ wọ́n ní guts láti ṣe òun ìbéèrè. I don't think so, and I'm not seeing them doing anything of such. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí àtọ́bí mi lọ́wọ́ mo kí gbogbo èèyàn mọ wà káàkiri. So tẹ́ bá lọ sórí ó níbi kan tí mo rí tó ti ń respond sí yàn kan pé àwọn ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní right láti declare Yorùbá nation, but they're not gonna do so. Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí Báṣegun sọ ní bíbá ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣí dáadáa tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí lórí big screen yìí àtàwọn tó ń wò lórí small TV. This is what Báṣegun wrote on the 14th of January in response to èèyàn kan béèrè Bùnmi A ìyẹn béèrè ẹ jẹ́ n sọ tí ìyẹn béèrè ká tó sọ. Ó ní so tell me what is you fear about having a citizen who is in Yoruba run for elective position in a free and independent Yoruba nation with a question mark. Note that we aren't talking about kinship, but political office. Also know that Yoruba will be the majority in Yoruba land. So what is the fear? Bí Báṣegun ṣe dá lóhùn lélẹ̀. Báṣegun sọ pé in the Yoruba nation, we shall not have the type of elections where a political party chooses its representative and then asks you to elect him as your representative. No, we shall revert to our traditional system of government, the constitutional order. Potentially ẹni mo fẹ́ sọ, mo rò pé yẹn ni mo rí mi. Nítorí ìyẹn ti tún sí lọ. Ibi tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ pé àwọn ọba wa ní right láti declare Yorùbá nation. But I don't think they have the guts to do so because majority of them are living a kind of a lifestyle tó pín wọn lọ́wọ́ yìí. Even though pé lifestyle yẹn kò pé Yorùbá, but àwọn ní lifestyle yẹn tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń benefit látara àwọn Europeans tí wọ́n ń ṣe so many things ní different states because each countries around the world are doing different things as well. So I hope I can find it before we go. Nigeria does not have the caliber of politicians required to govern a country of 200 million. Africa does not have the caliber of politicians to govern a country of 10 million. Africa must be reconfigured from 1865. Níbi kan tó ti sọ àwọn tó bá yẹn. Tábàárí lálẹ́ yìí, màá prepare before tomorrow, but I think I should be able to find it. lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ má jẹ́ kíyàn kankan sọ fún yín pé the world is coming to save you. Rather, America is trying to build a bigger embassy in the world in Lagos State. The Yorubas must now understand our destiny is in our hands. Our destiny in Tarim Bawon Fani, Buckingham Palace, Olun Lolon Koyen. For tweet máa ń pọ̀ ni ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ti follow wọn ẹ̀wọ̀n kí mo lè sọ pé jọba ni mo rí ọ̀rọ̀ Prince Harry ó ń lọ sẹ́pẹ́sẹ́pẹ́ ni. Anyway, he said it, but I think I can't find it. Mo mọ̀ gbà tó tweet ẹ̀. He tweets every day, but wọ́n rí ẹ̀wọ̀ tweet wọn kò sẹ́ni kankan tó ń retweet ẹ̀, but a wà lórí Facebook, a wà lórí YouTube. You know, it's just unfortunate that we find ourselves where we find ourselves. All right. Ọ̀rọ̀ Prince Harry ló pọ̀ inside the river. Children enfranchised in the North has always been deciding factor in Nigeria's election. The North has been rigging elections since 1959. Ìyàwó tẹ̀ ń bí mi pé kí n mú proof wá. Can you imagine? The North has been rigging elections since 1959. Oseni Rufai ta sọ lẹ́ǹkan nìyẹn. You know, he's a very strong guy in the media. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá sọ Tinubu ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí indirectly. African countries are towers of the Babel that the European created in 1885. All our resources, human, political, economy, intellectual, will invest in maintaining these artificial edifices. Until we dismantle them, Africa will remain forever undeveloped. These are the kind of what Babawa Manshi, and all you can do is just help him to retweet and love it, and it helps it as well. We have had Nigeria for over 100 years. If we are going to excel, it should have happened by now. Nigeria is a wrong path. Outside of Nigeria, the Yoruba have the mettle to beat the world. We owe it to ourselves, Africa and the black race, to leave Nigeria behind. But ẹgbọ́n ọmọ Yorùbá yẹn wọ́n náà máa dìbò fún Peter Obi wọ́n ní Peter Obi ló dájú. Mad people all over the place. Once again, since I cannot find that, I'm just going to leave it and let it go. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, as we say all the time, Yoruba nation is the only way out. For those that keep asking, let me come out of this so that we have just a closed windows. If you're wondering again, how do we do all these broadcasts? You can learn yourself. We need a lot of more medias, more people that can come out and talk. But immediately, we'll job for 3 years. We should now start putting the pressure on the federal government. And I think I will end the program at exactly 10 o'clock. So after a little bit over 3 hours. So I have that 15 minutes. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré lọ wo bí mo lè mú ibi tí Governor Wike ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa guerrilla warfare. Ọlọ́run ń ja guerrilla warfare lọ́wọ́. Ó dà ń pórí koikimedia ni mo post ẹ̀ sí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré lọ wá kí n play video yẹn fún yín. Kí ló ń pè ní guerrilla warfare? Guerrilla warfare could be anything from the social media. Guerrilla warfare could be anything from disrupting, the continuation of Nigeria. Okay, I think we should hear this. Okay, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́n ti lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ mix kó ti ti àbúrò wa Masberia tó sọ lórí show ìyá wa Yorùbáwùyí. Ẹ like kẹ́ máa gbé àwọn kan ti sáré sí mi o. Hey, Masberia, Tinubu ló ń sọ ṣé èèyàn wá stupid ìdí máa mú àwa lọ kọ pé I support Tinubu lórí live show tí ó jẹ́ ti Yorùbá Nation platform tóun náà dẹ̀ ṣe Yorùbá Nation. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe sùúrù ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa. But because gbogbo wa like news tí ó máa fún wa ní concern, ìyẹn ni gbogbo ìránṣẹ́ sáré kọ́tẹ̀ tó sáré sẹ́ndẹ̀ sí mi náà wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í share káàkiri. But at the end of the day, kò ń ṣe bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. Mo máa jẹ́ kẹgbọ́n kan tí Pastor Tunde Bakari sọ in just about a few minutes as well. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o. Mo kí ìyàwó Abíọ́dún Táíwò. Mo kí ìyàwó dáadáa ẹ̀kúṣẹ́. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé. This is not the time tí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá máa jókòó. This is not the time. Tẹ́ bá fi pé platform kan wà bí àwọn fi máa disrespect ẹ jáde kúrò nínú ẹ̀. Ẹ má yẹ kí anybody stress you out. protests, rallies is something that we must ask ourselves. Ibo ni Wike ti wá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lánàá. Mo tẹ̀ wá mọ ibi tí mo share sí. Anyway, orí BBC Pidgin ni Wike ti sọ̀rọ̀ ìyẹn lánàá. Now, àná lèmi share video yẹn, and he talked about the guerrilla warfare, but unfortunately, ó dà pé mo mọ ibi tí mo post ẹ̀ sí tí mo dẹ̀ share sí dẹ̀ ni. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré wo Koiki Odùduwà. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ má yẹ kó sú wa, ẹ má yẹ kó rẹ̀ wá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ máa ṣe ọkọ̀ akin. Àwa la ní sí àgbẹ̀yìn. Nàìjíríà gan mọ̀ pé òun wà strong enough láti pin gbogbo wa mọ́lẹ̀, but ó máa gbìyànjú á dẹ̀ máa strike pé kí Nàìjíríà kan kó survive. The Western power wants Nigeria to survive. Let me quickly play Pastor Tunde Bakare. He actually said something. Who killed Funsho Williams? All these Bolekaja politicians and these pastors, you know, it's just unfortunate that Yoruba people believe so much in them than some of us that are asking for our right to self-determination. Pastor Tunde Bakare sọ níjọ́ Friday lágbára Ọlọ́run ní Ilé-Ifẹ̀ ní Ọ̀ṣun State, Yonkan, láti October ni wọ́n ti ń ṣe àdúrà tí wọ́n wà ní àwẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀ máa tán ní ìjọ Friday yìí lágbára Elédùmarè. Our team will be traveling with them. Let's continue to pray for those that are working hard in every part of Yoruba land. Mo kí gbogbo different platforms. Ẹ má ṣèjò. Wọ́n máa fi máa kóríṣiríṣi rẹ̀wẹ̀sì sí ní lọ́kàn pé ó ti di bẹ́ẹ̀. No. The movement has not stopped. The movement continues. Let's hear what this man has to say before we start winding down in just about 13 minutes. We
remember our nation's unresolved political assassinations and the lingering questions they elicit. Who killed Funsho Williams? Who killed Bolaige? Who killed Marshall Harry? Who killed Victoria Chintex? By eliminating opponents, the practitioners of the politics of elimination deprive the nation of lead. Leaders who are more often than not better than themselves. Number 10, politics of entitlement. This is the Milokon type of politics that insists on one's turn even if circumstances do not align. Politics of entitlement also manifests as perennial candidacy, not with the intent to serve, but to gratify long-term personal ambitions. It could also manifest as insistence on a given political office as a reward for what one considers a lifetime of sacrifice to the nation. Politicians with a sense of entitlement evade political debates. They do not consider it imperative to communicate with the electorate. Entitlement politics will breed an imperial presidency that is distant from the people and has no sense of responsibility or accountability to the people. Such imperial governance will slide towards dictatorship and will be intolerant of dissent. Entitlement politicians set low performance benchmarks for themselves when they secure power and are content with projecting molehills.
Benny, let's go. Same grammar for the past 62 years. Moki Babawa Omogolawan Obat, Jimo Razaki, Moki Yami, Bugboyin ni Moki, Tony Ages, Egbon Moki, Adeniyi Kende. Let people in Yoruba land talk more than people in other, because you need to give us more courage to fight. Welcome as well. Moki Yami, BC, Makonjola, Moki Uboyi. These are the rhetorics. You know, I met him once in Tottenham when he came to have a program in London some few years ago. And when I says láti wọlé kọjá dé, so ìwọ tó wà lé tó ń lọ sí church wọn, Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú gbogbo yín. Ṣe rí if we were just 10 minutes to the end of the program, so you have an idea. These are the same people. These are the same people to love Buhari, support Buhari. Àwọn máa ń jẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn people ìdá ìwò yìí. Àwọn ní access. Ẹ tó bá dẹ̀ ti ní access. Kódà tó bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ bí 5 million ló bá rí nínú ọdún kan lọ́wọ́ wọn. Indirectly, wọn ò ní send owó yẹn sí account wọn débi pọ́ máa trace ẹ̀. Ìmí wọn máa gbé fún ọ through envelope. Ẹ mọ bó ṣe ń lọ. Bàbá wọn ní ká gbé fún yín ni ẹ má bínú pó kéré. Ẹ bá ń kí wọn. Ẹ tó gbé fún wọn yẹn wọ́n fi mọ̀. And everybody, mo rí bàbá wa náà, mo ní opportunity láti dé ilé wọn ní Elizabeth Motors. I was privileged to meet him once. Mo dẹ̀ ní nígbà tá a lọ ṣe ní Ìmọ̀rin Ọ̀kín àbí Ìníkan Ọ̀kín somewhere golf club wọn. Nígbà tí mo tẹ̀lé àwọn ìyẹn ló jẹ́ kí n dé Ondo State. I think the first time kó tó di pé a tún wá padà lọ ṣe ti Ọ̀túnba Dàpọ̀ Williams kọ́lọ́mbà fún orúkẹ́ wọn. Ìmọ̀ràkì, I hope I pronounce it very well. Thank you so much, African Confidential. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ní Twitter account, ó wà very very important. And I'll be playing the video. Èmi náà try láti ṣe short video kan tí màá gbé sórí YouTube ní àti platforms wa. Very funny, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èmi ló kàn policy, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìyá mi má pọn jù ọ̀la. They are all the same. Ṣé ní gbogbo àwọn rhetorics yẹn, àwọn kan use mọ Fada Kuka, gbogbo àwọn people yẹn, they rub together with them. One way or the other, wọ́n máa ń ní privilege. Bóyá ìgbà míì monetary privilege àbí kọ́nà ń bọ̀ l'Abuja ìlara mọ̀ kì í bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. And mo wá wo bàbá wa Elizade yẹn. Wọ́n máa báyìí náà ti dàgbà o. Ó dà pé wọ́n celebrate 80. Wọ́n náà lọ́kọ́ gbé Toyota wọ Nigeria or something. He's done best for himself. I don't know his views about whether the Nigeria of today should break. Wọ́pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Wọ́pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ bá rí ibi tí bàbá yẹn kọ́lé sí láàrin inú very very remote area. Olówó kan láàrin olùṣì tó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Èyí náà ti join Twitter. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ send the Twitter kìíní sí mi ò yá mi gbé mi lékè. Even though I'm following. My own Twitter handle is also the same. Koikimedia. Àbí tẹ bá fẹ́ lo personal one tèmi tí Ọláyọmí Koiki. So wọ́n náà bàbá yẹn pé ẹbí náà bàbá owó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. Wọ́n ní connection. Wọ́n ní bó ṣe lè bá wa gbé ìgbésẹ̀. Elizabeth Motors in 1976, very pleasant man. He celebrated 84 years. Yeah. And when you look at all these our strong, influential philanthropies, Yoruba people, well, that's all Yoruba nation. Because gbogbo wọn ti ní link mọ́ Nigeria, directly or indirectly. Not for bad, but difficult for somebody like Baba Wape Babalola. They're not going to get involved. Because àwọn rí as a state pé àwọn wàhálà táwọn ṣe ní Nàìjíríà àwọn àti máa ń support kí ló àwọn yẹn bá jáde nísìnyí tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ó máa lọ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé ẹni tó ní access sí Toyota kó wá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ẹ wo energy tó máa mú jáde but they are not interested but they are in their 80s mo wá fún bàbá yẹn ní another 80 years ó jẹ́ 160. Níbo nílẹ̀ Yorùbá máa wà bàbá gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá tí ẹ dákẹ́ Papa Ajasco ti kú lẹ́nu kọ́nà fọ́run kẹ kò sẹ́ni tó wá tó ò ní kú Maurice Jinadu Moriembe mo kí dáadáa màmá mi Evangelist Taiwo Esther kò sẹ́ni tó ò ní kú so ìwọ̀nba díẹ̀ tá à ń sọ fún yín pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yàtọ̀ sí Nàìjíríà ẹni rọ kò kú ọ̀nà tí wọ́n ní bàbá Ajasco ti debunk ẹ̀ pọ̀ wò kó dáná nìyẹn ọlọ́ọ̀bá fún lẹ́nu gbogbo. But these are people ilé tí bàbá yẹn ní tí mo dé golf course bàbá yẹn massive ní Laramọ̀kì mo tẹ̀lé wọn lọ ṣe program kan wọ́n pè ní kíní kan big car racing so area yẹn la lò so wọ́n tó máa ń lọ pé Kóìkì wá sílé o lè jókòó sí abroad kó máa tẹ àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ òun ní cashew nut lèmi ọ̀rá ń jẹ nínú ìwà nísìnyí wọn á ń gbádùn àríyé mi bí mo wá sí Nàìjíríà look ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Báyọ̀ tó wà ní Amẹ́ríkà tó máa ń kọ átíkù fún Sahara pẹ̀lú pẹ́ẹ̀nì ló máa fi ń ba ti Nàìjíríà nù guerrilla warfare lórí pẹ́ẹ̀nì ló máa ń lò kò tí wá sílé nísìn ó ń gbádùn ayé ẹ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà tó bá fẹ́ kankan ní Nàìjíríà wàá bá wọn gbé wá. So my coming or not coming is not the issue. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ on the ground gangan ẹni more to deal with than àwa. Èmi àyùnlé akọ máa ṣe mí ni àbí kí n lọlé máa lọlé ó risky o màá dẹ̀ ra jókòó. But ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ tí ní access láti jáde okay o ní Nigerian passport nísìn o lówó l'account tó fi lọ fi ṣe visa o ṣe wá ń wá ẹni tí okay màmá mi kan tún sọ pé it's gone not the present one tó pé méjì ni bàbá àjàsco mo ṣáà pọ́n nìkan ti kú èèyàn kan ní kò kú so anyway ẹ̀tí tó kù àti tó kù ìyẹn kọ́ là ń sọ so because mọ́mí mi kan náà send WhatsApp message sí mi pé this is the original Papa Ajasco Richard Abiodun Ayoyinka is alive. Uncle Femi Ogunremibiri that reported passed on yesterday stood in as Papa Ajasco at the time in the life of popular okay so wọ́n pé méjì aṣáàtìmọ̀ tó kù àti tó wà láyé kọ́lọ̀ fún ọ̀nkẹ́ tó ti kú so kí ni mo kàn fi fààyàn bẹ̀ ni pé every one of us the only way tó máa easy fún yín fẹ́yìntẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe Twitter ni pé it's the same thing ẹ kàn download apps yẹn ó máa easy fún yín. The only thing bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìyá mi bí say they all eat in the same plate plate yẹn dẹ̀ la fi fọ́ nísìn ẹni mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá fọ́ plate bí kọ́ọ̀pù ìṣe wà ní bíbá glass ni tí máa fi mú mi tó bá drop wá sílẹ̀ nísìn tó bá fọ́ ó máa ta káàkiri ìyẹn náà ṣe máa sọ pé tí gò bá tó bá jábọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ bàtà ọ because next week ó sì máa sán ẹ lẹ́sẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀ kí lè àjẹká fọ́ Nàìjíríà kó sán wa lẹ́sẹ̀ ká dẹ̀ gbádùn ayé wa. Irú àwọn bàbá yẹn nísìn bàbá Elizade Motors they are in their 80s níbo ló fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wà nígbà tí àwọn bá pé 160 years old because èyí ti fún wọn ní 80 years old mọ́ èjì wọn. Ẹ wo àwọn Orlando ọ̀wọ̀ eré àyè náà ni Orlando ń gbé because wọ́n rántí pé gbà táwọn pọ̀ láti Ondo wọ́n sọ fún mi pé ọ̀nà lé Orlando ọ̀wọ̀ lélẹ̀. Ẹ wo ta ló tún máa mo tún like orin kan ẹ jẹ́ kí n bí pẹ́pẹ́yẹ bá jò dúdà omi ni ó fi ṣú ta ló rántí àwọn orin yẹn gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn nísìn gbogbo wọn ti kú nísìn pẹ́pẹ́yẹ bá jò kúta gbogbo àwọn orin ńláńlá bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ you know they've all left Káyọ̀dé Fáṣọlá so we are not gonna be here forever so gbogbo pé kí Nàìjíríà kó máa run is gonna be for the benefit of not me but only the benefit of the Western world and they are not interested whether Nigeria survive or not. Wọn kàn fi sáré play orin yẹn mo like orin yẹn gan máa ń gbọ́ dáadáa you know àwọn orin àgbàlagbà nìyẹn àbí mo parọ́ ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà ọ̀pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ so gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí à ń gbígbà tẹ́ pé ṣé ká máa bẹ̀ yín ni kẹ́ wá darapọ̀ mọ́ Yorùbá nation ṣé ẹ̀yin orílẹ̀ Yorùbá bó ṣe di ilé ó ti fẹ́ di ilé aṣẹ́lẹ̀ tí Fúlàní fẹ́ gbà mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ àbẹ̀rẹ̀ pé bí eré ni mo ti parí fíìmù tí mò ń wò yẹn The Vikings mo ń dóore season 3 I do not own the copyright bó bá dẹ̀ wọ́n YouTube kọ́ yọ later ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ bọ̀ díẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀. èyí náà wúrọ̀ àwọn orin solid ẹ̀wọ̀n àwọn orin báyìí kọ́lọ̀ fọ́ọ̀rùn kẹ́rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí gbogbo ti lọ báyìí. Omi ni ó ti ṣú. Ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ wo orin bó ṣe ń lọ bó ṣe ń sẹ́ òun ṣe jágbajàgba tó ń kọ nísìn. Má ṣe. Gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn wá expect àwa bí àwọn ikọ̀ dá sọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Ó ti di ìwà wọn àwọn orin. Ọmọdé lọ́gbọ́ kò lè yé wọn. ti kọrin dànù òun ṣe jágbajàgba tó ń kọ lẹ́sìn mo kí ìyálóde ìjà náà ọ̀tà. ọmọdé làwọ̀ kò lè yé wọn. ẹ má yẹ kó sú yín ẹ má yẹ kó rẹ̀ yín fight to finish lọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá nation kápọ̀ gbọ́ díẹ̀ náà ká tó máa lọ. ìbá ní ká má gbára lé wọn àní ká gba ìdá ìkú aláṣọ sẹ́ẹ̀. Happy Sunday once again as we start the new week. Bàbá gbára lé wọn. Ẹ̀rù bàbá àwọn èdè kan ní nígbà yẹn. Ó ti di ìwà wọn. Ó dẹ̀ ti yìn jẹ wọn. Ó dẹ̀ ti mọ́ wọn lára. Mo kí ọgbà yín dáná, mo mú lọ sí memory lane. Then the Western world will not let Nigeria to go. Mo kí o wálé nǹkan sí Happy Sunday. Ó dára o, ó dára o, ó dára o, ó dára o, ó dára o. Ìdí gbogbo ilẹ̀ ń gbogbo nísìn kábíyèsí ilé ayé la rí yẹn. Wọ́n ní gbòòwò mọ́ ṣe mọ́. Ẹ̀rù bàbá àwọn bàbá ẹ̀ ti kún ní yẹn. Ó kù díẹ̀ a máa lọlé after 5 minutes of the music àti ṣe 3 minutes inú ẹ̀. Kábíyèsí lébìmọ̀ rẹ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Yorùbá nation wáyé. Ó dá dúró tì. Bẹ́fẹ́ bẹ́kọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dúró láṣẹ Yorùbá rẹ̀.
Wọ́n ti sọ fún wa tẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ò dáa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ò dáa, wọ́n ti sọ fún wa tẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ò dáa. Wọ́n ti sọ fún wa tẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ò dáa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ò dáa, wọ́n ti sọ fún wa tẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ò dáa. Adébẹ̀dé ni lẹ́yìn ìjọba fún sọ́wọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ọ̀dájú ni wọ́n ní gbòòwò mọ́ ṣe mọ́.
Ìrìnàjò ìbájẹ́ bí ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ àbàdújẹ́.
Àwọn Fúlàní ti bàlújẹ́ báyìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ̀ ìran Yorùbá máa bọ́ nínú oko ẹrú. Ó kí ẹ ń bẹ̀ Matthias. Mo sọ fún yín pé èmi ni last man standing yín bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ̀. Mo kí gbogbo koikimedia team ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Plan B, yes, I'm proud to be a Yoruba boy. Let us remain very, very strong. Ẹ má kéèyàn kankan sọ jágbàjàgbà sí létí. Wọ́n ní gbòòwò mọ́ ṣe mọ́, wọ́n ní kó jókòó, wọ́n ní kó ó wá ń wò wọ́n mọ strategy ẹ̀ but ọmọ pé Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á bá a dúró ti bàbá wa dáadáa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń dúró de àwọn ọba yín ẹ dúró títí tí Jésù Kristi àtànábì tó máa fi padà dé. Òun mi ni ó kì í lu bẹ́ẹ̀ ni by the grace of God Yorùbá nation will reach their final destination. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ tó dá dúró ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa. And that is how far I can go with that music. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe kí ni ẹ má ká give up. Ìtòhun politician ni pé tá a bá ti give up. Wọ́n nígbà tá a bá ti bọ́ sí títì padà bọ́fẹ́ bọ́kọ̀ àwa la ní sí àgbẹ̀yìn. Ká tó máa lọ a lè má lọ ká má play jẹ́kọ́mọ̀ màá reduce the volume díẹ̀ torí kó má pariwo sí létí ìdẹ́dẹ̀ tí ń ṣúná aago mẹ́wàá ti lù àwọn ọmọ ti sùn school wà lọ́la fún àwa ti bíbá èmi mọ̀ bí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé bí àwọn ọmọ yín lọ sí school lọ́la Nàìjíríà òun ló fà bẹ́ẹ̀ but nígbà tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bá dúró lágbára Elédùmarè àdébẹ̀ together. Then Yoruba culture is deep and beautiful in expression.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral.
They are not neutral. They collude. What is collude?
They collude.
The Kalam forces.
They collude.
What is collude?
With the armed bandits.
The land terrorists.
They kill people.
One pan kill Nigerians.
They facilitate their movement.
They facilitate their movement. They cover them.
If you are depending on the armed forces
you will
to
all
stop the killings,
die.
You will all die.
Ọlọ́run jẹ́ káwa kú àníkú. Mo fẹ́ play fídíò kan bọ́ mo ní ṣú ẹ̀ fún yín ẹ gbọ́ sound ẹ̀ in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ìbàdàn Ìjẹ̀bú Òde expressway ó wà very very graphic kan àwọn tó wà lórí status mi ní studio number àti the other number mi àti gbogbo ilẹ̀ tí máa rí I cannot show it it's too graphics but ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ gbọ́ audio jáde ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ gbọ́ audio.
Ìgbòho Fulani S-man blocked the road and shot the driver dead while he's trying to escape for his life. It's happening right now at Ìjẹ̀bú Òde Ìbàdàn expressway, Ìjẹ̀bú Òde Ìbàdàn road. You can see the man is shot dead right on his head while he's trying to escape for his life. Happening right now on Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Ìjẹ̀bú Òde Ìbàdàn road.
Wọ́n fìbọn fọ orí dírẹ́bà náà and they show it.
Policemen have tried their best.
Policemen
they
cannot overpower them. Okay, I'll look into that. Plan B. More reason the comment section of that Lori Mixella. I'll need to either send a message to them. Why are we not getting a live chat? I don't know why. What change the graphics give me one interface? And since then, I don't know what has gone wrong. I máa ń rí chat tẹ́lẹ̀, èmi náà máa ń rí tẹ́lẹ̀, but for whatever reason, àárí mọ́. But máa send message sí wọn. Maybe èmi ni mo ní láti activate ẹni, I don't know. But I'll look into that plan B. I know it's been a very long time. Kò dẹ̀ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Because a lot of you tẹ́ wà nínú chat room yẹn, ó yẹ kẹ́ máa. I'm just trying to see chat. Chat is currently off. Why is it off? How do I change it? View changes. Ẹ má bínú ìtẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa o. Torí ibì kan làwọn kan ti ń gbọ́ wa. Ó dẹ̀ convenient fún wọn níbẹ̀. Òkè ó ń sọ pé ó wà off. Kí ló dé tó wà off? Because tí bá wà live báyìí náà ni mo lè resolve ẹ̀. So kí ni màá ṣe báyìí? I wà live. Ó ń ṣòpò mo wà live. How do I turn the chat on is the question. You need disable chat. Ta ló bẹ̀ ń ṣẹ́? Okay. Mo ti remove ẹ̀ nísìnyí. Provide a social experience for your listeners. Turn chat off. Switch that off when you are not there. Recommended for high profile or infrequent audio creator. Ta ló bẹ̀ ń ṣẹ́ gbogbo yẹn? Save changes. Okay, let me check now. Plan B. Is it okay now? Go and check for me, please. Mo ti turn it on nísìnyí. Let me know quickly. Ẹ tẹ́ wà lórí. I think it's on now. I don't know. But ní backend mi mo ti switch it on. Can you let me know if it's on? Yes, I'm still live. This is a live broadcast. But we're almost coming off the show now. So we're dealing with our chat in the mixer lab. Can somebody confirm if the chat is on? Oh, working now, sir. Okay, Mutiri chat here. Olumide Tope is working now. Sunday 15. Okay, I can see it. So tell me about if you send message to me about Moshe. Ẹ má bínú ibi táwọn kan tí ń wò mí nìyẹn o. Adé láti gbogbo àwọn listeners will appreciate. Okay, one is working now. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've been able to resolve another problem here. Ṣé rí pé bá ṣe máa resolve problem in Yorùbá nation nìyẹn. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ẹ bá rí mi ní live tó yẹ pé notification iṣẹ́ Facebook nìyẹn àti YouTube. Well, probably not YouTube, but Facebook is called the Algorithm Artificial Intelligence. Lai Muhammed ló ní kọ́ máa jẹ́ kí gbogbo message mi máa jáde sí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò wá. Kò sí pé àwọn kan máa ń flag. It's got nothing to do with that. Iṣẹ́ Lai Muhammed nìyẹn, but pé mi ò ṣe bọ́lẹ̀ kájà media. So I don't tell you to share. Ẹ tó bá fi share kò make any. Bá share kò lè dé anywhere because what is stopping lọ́dọ̀ tí wọn. I don't think some of people understand how the algorithm work. Ìtọ́ yẹ kí wọ́n ti turn it off. Èkó ní nísìn just because of pé mo lọ turn the chat kìíní ẹ̀ on. Only God knows láti bí oṣù mẹ́ta nísìn. The chat nínú mo dey upgrade the system yẹn ni. But there's too many illiterate among us. There's sí lára illiterate. Tí máa pariwo ẹ̀pin program. Ìwé làbọ̀ máa ń pariwo kẹ́kẹ́. Automatically ẹ jẹ́ ìṣàlàyé fún yín bó ṣe jẹ́ kó work ni pé tá bá go live. Ó yẹ kí àwọn social media kiri ó yẹ kó máa send message káàkiri. Kò ń ṣàwà nìkan. Àwọn kan wà lórí Twitter tó yẹ pé wọ́n ti restrict wọn náà. Ó dàbọ̀ bọ́ the chef tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ẹ má bínú pa tó ń kọjá káàntì mú náà máa ń lọ. Because a lot of people don't understand these things. Kí lè à ń pariwo pé ká pín program? Mo ní láti pariwo pé ká pín program because tí bá pariwo títí kò ní rìn ju bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ kó fi rìn lọ because wọ́n ti restricted, wọ́n ti turn it low. We have 320,000 followers on one of my platforms. One of the other platform, I need 94,000. Ó di mélòó? Ẹ plus it together. The next platform, I need 52,000. Ìyẹn ṣe ń build up ni. So, ẹ wá calculate 3 platform. Ìkànnì 320,000. Kò ṣe YouTube ò tí sí ń bẹ́ o. Mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Facebook ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn jù. I don't know about YouTube whether they are doing the same thing, but Facebook ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Buhari government because Facebook wà ní Nàìjíríà. Operate. So what they've done is, wọ́n ti turn it down. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ń pariwo ẹ̀pín ètò kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè pín. What is restricted is called the artificial intelligence, the algorithm. Normally bí ṣe jáde báyìí pé mo fẹ́ ṣe program ó yẹ kó máa send signal káàkiri but kò lè lọ because àwọn ti restricted ọ́fíìsì wọn. So kí ni mo fi máa fẹ́ fún lójoojúmọ́ ẹ̀pín ètò mo waste time mi nìyẹn. So if you're going to walk around 5 a.m. in the morning and beggar, the area is dangerous. Armed robbers roll out big tires on the road. Please, everyone be careful. Security in Yoruba land is so dangerous now. Any program that is live will automatically send the feed to people's timeline. So if it is not restricted, it won't send the feed. What restricted me? But open dear me. Gbogbo àwọn organization tá a ṣe máa ṣe kí ni kì máa sọ yẹn ní bíbá. Because wàhálà tó ń fún wa pé a fi jẹ́ ká gbàgbé. America nísìn wọ́n fi gba embassy tó tóbi ní Lagos State. Whereas the state mọ̀ pé America náà ló ní Facebook tá à ń lò yìí. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. So ara reason tí ìwọ tó wà ń lé ó yẹ kó máa bínú jù èmi lọ. Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú wa. Àní rí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá o. Koiki, I don't always like you go after the program, but you should go to rest tonight. Ending is a good memory. A gbọ́dọ̀ báwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ náà for bí 2 hours. Bí a ti 12 o'clock máa sùn. Kò sí bí ṣe fi parí program. Àwọn èèyàn kan lè kí n báwọn sọ̀rọ̀ ká communicate lórí WhatsApp ká kíra wa ká gbò message. So ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi Princess Awoniyi. Eunice, thank you so much. They restrict anything that has to do with freedom. Kò ń ṣàwà nìkan. It goes to around the world. Anybody that is an activist. These are some of the reasons why we just have to continue to do what we are doing. They don't want things to happen. Tobadola, I'm going to show you there's a particular group that have arrived in Davos. How many people know about the World Economic Forum? I'm sure some people will know. Èèyàn mélòó ló mọ̀ nípa World Economic Forum? It happens every January in Switzerland. How many people know about it? Davos, World Economic Forum, every year in January in Switzerland. How many people? This is where they make decision for you. Chiwore has been restricted on Facebook too. Okay. So Davos is where the whole world. That's where they make your decision. I pity a lot of you that is saying, let's keep on Nigeria. The real owner of Nigeria is outside Nigeria. They drink on cognac wine, very expensive wine, with fine women, nice fish, nice string. One lenisin, Otiro Waragari, Deka for Nigeria, Oma Badun for anybody, Okuku Badun for. Why are you not concerned? Why are you concerned? Nigeria Badun Femi, Badun for Ejeka Dawo. Have a very good morning, good evening, good night. My name is OLAMILEKAN. It is KOIKIMEDIA bringing the world closer to your doorstep. To all the KOIKIMEDIA team, we love you, we appreciate you. And on that note, the anthem comes in. Orílẹ̀-èdè. Àgbéga. Àgbéga. Ìgbàgbọ́. Àti bẹ̀rù. Ọ̀sìn ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀ ìmọ́lẹ̀ àwa ni Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sílùú mìíràn.
Life is so funny. You come with nothing, then fight for everything, and later leave everything and go back with empty hand. God is powerful.
Mama Kawanda Grandma, Mommy Grace, Dada. Thank you so much. Okay, we'll go out. Oh my Lama Sundaro. That's enough.